Hello, everybody. We are live here with Mr. Ryan Stegman for another stream. I'm Griffin, local supple boy. Be joined by my partner here very soon. Ryan's going to draw a spawn for us today.
I've already
Pretty
started.
exciting stuff. He's getting going already. He was so excited he couldn't wait.
And I'm sending out the link to try to get famous people to join us.
Famous people. Is it finally Supple Boys time, says Trey Harris. Almost. We're missing one half of said Supple Boys.
Yeah.
He'll be here, I guess.
The one who didn't have COVID can't be here on time.
That's right, everybody. I'm back from the dead.
Did you ever tell anybody publicly that you had COVID?
No, I don't believe so.
That's my favorite thing that's ever happened.
Hello, everybody. I'm back. Had COVID last week. It was pretty awful. I mean, if I had to rate it out of 10, 0 out of 10.
0 out of 10. Got it. That makes sense.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi. Oh yeah, now I have to tweet out that this is happening. Boy, I am on the ball today.
Daniel. What up, Daniel?
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Doing well. Ryan Michaels here as well.
Oh, that's cool. Good job,
Oh.
Ryan.
Someone got to plug in headphones. I hear a little
That was
feedback.
me.
Griffin,
Very
did
good.
you highlight? I
What's
know
up,
it's a
guys?
couple minutes late.
Hey,
Did
man.
you highlight any chat comments yet?
No, but Dakota Crows is very excited about Rewind.
What does he mean?
Um,
Rewind is back. I think he means Rewind is about to.
It's
begin.
just beginning, yes.
Yeah, the new show that we announced today. We'll have to talk about that. I want to talk about that. But I was going to point out that most of the hype in the chat here is about us, which I think is interesting. Trey Harris says, "Woo! It's almost Supple Boys
Yep.
time."
It did have Trey's comment up there.
Yeah, Trey, is it finally Supple Boys time?
Hello,
that
Abigail,
was
by the way.
pretty
Hey.
Getting in early
Hey,
this week.
guys.
Yeah, Abigail, you're on it.
Chains in the chat for Ryan and Griffin. Oh, and Pethan.
That's you.
That's pretty good. Chains, more famous Supple Boys. Dakota Crows. Wow, Ethan looks great.
I think so. Look at him.
Thanks.
Look
we're
at-
all
look at
we're
him.
all glasses boys today. This may be the first time.
Yeah, I think he
Thank
looks
you. I
great.
appreciate that, Dakota.
I don't think he looks very good. But that's
Okay,
funny.
interesting.
All right.
Full of
Well,
hot takes, Ryan.
Dan, Ryan, Abigail, how are you guys doing this week? Up to anything interesting?
I actually just finished, literally before this, finished reading the new Venom #1.
Oh, that come
How
out
was
this
it?
week, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty good, but I still miss you, Ryan.
Well, you're in good hands, I think.
Oh, Dan's got it as well.
This is a Sienkiewicz cover.
Oh,
That's
shit.
real
I
good.
feel like
Oh, shit.
you have to.
Mm-hmm.
If I had seen a Stegman cover in my shop, I would have picked it up. But
Yeah, I was gonna do one for issue 1, and we were just like, let's just let it
Yeah.
breathe for a little bit.
Yeah.
don't worry, they had plenty of other people step up to the plate. I ended up with like 6 books.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
So
Damn.
if anybody wants a code to read it, hit me up.
My books got delayed this week because of a little hiccup for Diamond. I don't know. I think they're there now, but I think they missed the boat yesterday.
I read Venom 1 last night, and I thought it was fucking incredible. I thought it was so good.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for what is to come from that.
But I'm so confused on how old Dylan is supposed to be. I thought he was 10.
Well, I think there is a bit of a time skip.
I think
at
so,
least,
yeah.
in it. Yeah.
Ryan, do you know this character that you co-created? Do you
We were
know?
even at times not sure. Like we were just because comics as they happen. I'd like to say that everything's figured out ahead of time, but we kind of at one point we were like, well, we kind of want him to be like 13.
Because he looked like a little boy when he was first introduced. So
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was a point where we consciously were like, let's make him a little bit older and not say anything.
Right. There's
we
a
were
few
like, it's
lines in
more
the new
interesting.
Venom #1 that are like that. He talks about his relationship with Eddie, and he says like weeks passed and then months passed. So like there's clearly there's some amount of time. So now I think he's like 25.
Are you
Now
But,
he's
um,
in his 80s, early 80s.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I was a
Um,
teenage Venom.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, nice. Here we go.
Am I
Hey,
on?
Chip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're on.
Hi, Chip.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm in my kitchen cooking.
What are you
All
making?
Burgers and fries. I got the fries in the oven. It's gonna be really
Alright.
good.
Orida?
Got some, some sweet
Mm.
fry action.
Showing off his cool oven.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
let
not
me see
bad.
that oven again.
Yeah,
Just
let's
a
see it
second.
again.
I can't really think. It's pretty good, eh?
Ooh,
Yeah.
I
fancy.
think so.
That's a good
Look at all
looking
those
oven.
burners.
It's a very wealthy looking
Yeah.
oven. Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
so many. You got, what do you have, 6 burners?
Yeah, yeah. We
Jesus
got the
Christ.
center. We got the center long burner, so you can
Wow.
you can burn long things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's almost as cool as a Bronco.
So nice fucking newsletter video you sent out today.
Mm.
Did
You weren't
appreciate
supposed to
that.
see that, actually. We
Talking
tried
about
to
my
make that-
body. Talking about this.
Well,
Talking about this. It's sweet. Look at this fucking.
That's pretty nice.
That's nice. Right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty good.
So you
Yeah,
can do a
like-
retraction?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we really thought that we were going to get away with this and that you would never know it happened. And now that you know it happened, I guess the only thing I can do is apologize and retract it and issue a full retraction
Right.
and get the press to cover it.
That's all I want.
Okay.
I mean, say what you will about Chip's body, but there's plenty of it to go around.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You son of a bitch. I'm fucking. That's it.
I mean, yeah, somebody said that's exactly what I was about to say. Carter Presents said that's a body of a man with 6 burners.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh,
Anyway, speaking of bodies, it's worth pointing out Art Jedi says Ethan always looks great. It's because of the hair. That's probably true.
It's true.
Dakota also brought up, I'm here to let you know that on this day 1 year ago that we did the Hot Ones challenge. Is that true?
Nice.
That's fucking insane. That does
Yeah.
not feel like a year ago at all.
No.
A year ago, I drank a whole bottle of Pepto Bismol.
A year ago, we did the Hot Ones challenge, and you guys had to do all that work and for free.
Yeah, that was still. Yeah, why did we do that?
Well,
What
we
are
got
doing
paid.
this-
We got paid in hot sauces. I still got those sauces, baby. I break them
Oh,
out
yeah,
every
we
once
bought
in
the
a
sauces
while.
for you, right?
Yeah.
What are we doing this year? Is this year Griffin gets fucked up on stream? Just him?
No,
This
well,
is-
that we first. the
Griffin
first
gets
big
COVID
stream-
live
I
on
was gonna say,
stream.
the COVID challenge, Griffin.
Okay.
Passed
I
it.
did it. I passed
Okay.
it. Now it's up to you
Nice.
guys.
I don't
All
think
right.
I don't know if they know that we're serious. He really did have COVID, you guys.
He really did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was there a stream last week? I don't know. All I knew was my ceiling and copious.
Now that you got
sleep.
now that you got COVID, Griffin, have you changed your stance on vaccines and your anti-vax stance?
I wish I could say I was an anti-vaxxer. That would make it like a bit more like plausible, more reasonable that I would get COVID. In fact, I am fully vaccinated and have been for several months.
I know you were really taken aback by getting COVID because you were always like, "Oh, it's fake, it's a hoax,"
Yeah, I'm
government
always out
created-
here boasting that it isn't real.
The media
and
created it. Yeah.
We've somehow manufactured it. COVID sucks. Get vaccinated because then hopefully it'll suck less. I'm hoping that was the case here.
Mhm.
I am considering myself very lucky that it was not worse.
Yeah.
That said, there was I've told this to Ethan. The couple of days where I lost my scent and my sense of smell and taste, those were by far, I think, the worst days.
I was gonna say, how would we all do the COVID challenge? Would it be whoever gets their taste back last is the loser?
It only took me like 3 days to get it all back.
That's
so-
very lucky. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a bummer.
I had a sinus infection one time. It was so bad I lost my smell, which affected my taste basically to the point where food had nothing. And after about I think it was on day 3 of that, just eating food and having no taste, I was like, this is fucking hell. Like, this sucks.
Yeah, man. It's like two of your 5 ways you literally experience reality. So, it is fucking bizarre when it's not there. Who probably knows a little bit about vaccines, poking people is Mr. Nigel here.
Oh, it's Nigel.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, buddy.
How's that AF-15 doing? You ready to show it off on the stream?
Yeah. I mean, I did.
Yeah,
Is that why I'm here?
Yes. Of course. He's gonna whip
And
it
also,
out.
I wasn't prepared at all.
And also, if you could let everybody know your home address as well.
And any sort of security codes we might need to enter
Right.
the premises.
Just in case
What's
we do.
what's
like
the
a
grade on
payment
your
party.
AF-15?
Well, I'll show you here in a sec. You got it in
Let's
the
see.
case.
Ooh, briefcase full of junk, if you ask me.
I'm
my gosh.
jealous.
That's all I got. Yeah.
Serious.
The presentation is awesome. Did you buy a briefcase for it, or did it come with the briefcase?
Oh, I actually already had the briefcase, but I set it up for my laptop, and it just happened to
Nice.
fit perfectly.
That's worth
So,
it.
that's
Fuck a
insane.
laptop.
So it's a 3.0, Ryan,
Mhm.
and it's also signed by Stan right here.
Oh,
What the fuck?
Wait, no,
What?
in
Yeah.
pen. Which
Wow.
I actually
No
love.
shit.
I love that it was signed in pen.
I'll give you this sketch, and we'll just say that you won it.
Just a 1-for-1 trade-off.
Yeah, that seems like
That
a
is,
pretty-
I didn't
that's
even
not a
think
bad
about that
deal.
because I knew it was signed by Stan, but it is hilarious that it's in pen because he just knocked the grade right down.
They didn't care about comics.
Just
back then.
indented right in the book.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome,
So
sir.
I no longer
Congrats.
have a vast collection, but
But you
do
got
have
the crown
book.
gem. Yes.
book.
Yes.
Have you ever
Um,
gone to Vegas and seen John Dolmayan's version?
at
The 9.8.
Torpedo.
Yeah,
No, I haven't, but I plan on going. as soon as
yeah, I
can.
saw it. It feels crazy. Like I just feel like the whole time. It's like when I held the Spawn or the Spider-Man #1,
Yeah.
that the original art in my hand. I was just like, you got to get this away from me. Like
You're sweaty.
I can't have
You're
this.
sweaty.
And
Um,
one thing I noticed is like I'm kind of like an amateur presser in cleaning and whatnot.
Mhm.
There's a lot that can be improved on this book. Like there's like a date that's been indented and someone tried cleaning it off.
Mhm.
And I feel like it could get a boost, but I'm never gonna crack this open just because there's too much risk.
I don't know what I would do if I had an Amazing Fantasy 15. I think part of me would be tempted to crack it open and just be like, "Oh damn, here it is. here's
read
all
it.
that original Ditko art." Man.
Yeah, you got to go see the original art with when he put the little tiny eyeballs in Spider-Man's
Yeah,
eyes.
man.
It's still the weirdest thing ever.
They're still trying to figure it out. All right, give him a break. The Art Jedi says that he's got an important question here from Josh. Ryan, do you use the grippies to loosen the grip on your pencil, or is it just for the bump on your middle finger? I
Oh, man,
use
do you guys see
masking
that?
tape for
Look at that
mine.
bu- I've had this bump on my middle finger since I was 5.
Oh,
Wow.
Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
But I just use it. I guess the wider grip like prevents my hand from getting sore. That's really it.
All right. Well, there you go, Josh. Very interesting question. Very interesting.
I
answer.
saw Dave Finch doing it. He puts like that tape ball on his, and I used to have a lot of hand pain, and I'd have to take Advil sometimes. But I didn't. Once I started doing this, I didn't have to do that anymore. So, I think that I also started just naturally gripping it less tight. But yeah.
In regards to the AF-15, Dakota says Nigel equals coolest person on the planet now.
Oh, thank you, Dakota.
I'm gonna need you to get him out of here. I'm the coolest guy. I'm supposed to be.
Smo D-Do says need to get handcuffs for it so nobody takes it. Powell says it's sick. Copper Age Gold says I would never let human hands ever touch that again.
Smart.
No, human
Dakota,
hands.
thank you.
Dog
Next time
hands
we
are
meet in person, I'll let you hold the baby.
Oh.
but Nigel, if in the unfortunate event that you go, who's the beneficiary of your
Yeah,
AF-15?
who gets
Oh.
AF-15?
I hadn't thought about that. Does anybody know people who really like Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a
listen,
tough one in here.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's ask the room.
Griffin
up
and I
to
have
the
always
chat.
been there for you, Nigel.
And
We've supported
I-
you through thick and
I
thin.
promise you, if you leave it to one of us, we will rip it down the middle, and we each get half.
That's right.
So
fair.
you won't
That's
have to
fair.
worry about it.
That's how we handle everything else.
I tell you what. If you send me a link to all the Rewind episodes I can finally have them, I might consider.
You're
I
talking
don't
about our
know.
new
I
show,
don't
Comic
know.
Book Rewind. We've only
There's
recorded
there's
two
only
episodes.
there's
but
only
we can
two
send
episodes
those over
I
to
can
you.
on Comic Book Rewind.
Do
So
we want to talk about that real quick? You want to
real
talk
quick,
about the announcements we did today?
yeah, we'll plug our own shit.
Well, it involves all this.
All right, Ryan, are you ready for us to talk about some podcasts we're making?
Yeah. You don't have to talk about the anime one yet, but you can just tell them.
Oh well, that's
what our plans.
in a little more detail. But here's what we got going on. So today we put up on Twitter what is going to be coming from the Amazing Friends Podcast Network. Specifically, that next month all the podcasts will be back. We got episodes of Stegman and Friends coming. We got book clubs coming. We got Supple Boys coming. We got Unspecific Podcast coming, and then a brand new podcast that is an entirely new thing for us called Comic Book Rewind that we're very, very, very excited to do. And we've seen some excitement on Twitter, which is really interesting because I don't know why people have so much faith in this idea already.
Well, because we've done 2 Rewind episodes on Supple
I guess so. I
Boys
guess
where
those went pretty well. Yeah. But yeah, that's all going to be really good. And that's all coming out next month. So literally every show in the network is back next month.
Wow.
And we're really excited. We hope that makes up for the fact that most of the shows have been on a hiatus while we've been working on KLC Press stuff. And we hope everybody is excited.
I'm pretty excited.
I like how you made that layout almost reminiscent of Marvel Studios.
That is the whole idea.
that was all Ethan. Ethan's like, I'm putting together an MCU slate. It's gonna be sick.
Right. That's right. Although it's for the new company Suppleco, which handles all your podcast needs.
Every single one of them.
Blaze Hirsch is excited that book club's back. Yes, 2 book clubs are in the can. They're coming. They're really good too. So.
We did get a super chat, by the way, from
yes.
Maximus Savage gave us $10 saying, "Greetings from the Marvel Contest of Champions community. We've been lucky enough to get to play with one of your creations recently, Ryan. Little bump to the utensil fund. Love the stream."
The way that Null moves in that game is so freaking cool.
I'm going to have to download it again. I used to have Contest of Champions. Could get in there and play as Null. That'd be pretty cool.
You don't have any time, Griffin.
That's true. Except for when I was laying in bed dying, and I really could have probably at least done some reading, made some progress in any TV show.
Oh yeah, you owe us some money actually for that, for getting COVID.
Oh, all right.
KLC Press doesn't have paid time off, so
Yeah.
So I've seen a couple of Amazing Friends pop into the waiting room here and then immediately pop back out. I'm not sure what that's about, but Charles Soule and Riley Rossman tried popping in here and then immediately disappeared. So I don't know.
We'd love to have you guys.
Hop back in, friends. We'll get you in here.
See if I'm getting texts from them.
Yeah.
Nope, neither of them.
Okay.
Charles Soule had a Star Wars emergency. He had to leave.
Yeah, he quickly.
Star Wars is calling.
Dakota wants to know, are we still doing Why the Last Man on Book Club? We are. However, we're also going to be taking a break from it to look at some other stuff and some of the stuff we've already recorded. So more Why the Last Man, but also more other stuff. Nigel says he wants to follow up to the tiny Superman that flew out of Superman's finger. You're going to get plenty of dumb Silver Age Superman. You're going to get all kinds of stuff. Yeah. What, Ryan?
Did I tell the story on here of when we saw Charles in New York?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Were you with me when we were walking up to the show?
Well, I was, and Ethan had not gotten in yet. I was with you, and Mr. Tyler Jones was with you also, by the way. Hey, Tyler.
Oh, hi, Tyler.
How you doing? Yeah, I was there.
I saw Charles sitting on a bench, and I just was like, oh, he's got his computer, and I was just like, oh, I'll go say hi. And I walk up, and I just put my arm around him, and I sit there, and he's like, hey, Ryan, it's good to see you. And then he's just like looking at me kind of weird, and then I'm like, man, hey, how's it going? And then he's like, hey, I'm on a really important business call.
Well, why don't we ask him about it ourselves? Hello, Mr. Charles Soule.
What was that business call about?
Look at this. Look at this man.
That's the classiest background I've ever seen.
I was just telling them about when I saw you at New York, and I walked up and put my arm around you, and you were You were on a work call.
Yeah, that was an important business call. That was utterly ruined. I lost that business, Ryan.
You no longer work on Star Wars at all.
No,
You've
I
been
don't.
banned.
But I actually do have a Star Wars story that I think is worth telling. Also from New York Comic Con. I see you've got your gremlins are there. Yeah, I see them.
Yes, we're here, Charles. Nice to see you again, sir.
Yeah. So this is what happened, Ryan. So I'm sitting there at New York Comic Con. I need a little sip for this. And they came up to me and they're like, Charles, come with us. Star Wars needs you. I'm like, yeah, I get it. That makes sense. And so I was like, okay, I'll go with you. And so they took me across the convention to this other room far away that was filled with people. I'm like, okay, well, Star Wars, I guess I'm here to help somehow. And they put me in this line. They had a lady with them too. There was this woman with them. And we waited in line. Who was that woman anyway? Who was that lady?
That was my fiance. Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, and so we're waiting in this line for a long, long time. And I'm like, what? Is George here? What's going on? And they're just like, Charles, just stay in line. It's for Star Wars. And I said, okay, well, why? To my knowledge, you guys are not Star Wars. Why did they send you to bring me to this? And they said because they would only send the very best. Mm-hmm. And that's when I knew it was some kind of scam, because that was clearly not the case. So I got out of that line and I came back to my table and I tried to sell people, whatever variant comics or whatever shit I had at my table. So it was interesting. I don't know what their game was. I don't know what that woman's deal was. But I feel like it was a close call. And so I felt like I needed to come on here and clear the air a little bit about that and tell everybody what happened.
It's not how I remember it.
Charles, this could have been you.
You could have been in this photo of us. Could have been Anakin Skywalker himself, right, Hayden Christensen.
I like how you have that on hand at all times.
Yeah, we do. Mine's right over there.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah. We wanted Mr. Star Wars in the picture with us, and it didn't work out. But there wasn't much of a scam. I mean, we did have a scam to lay on you later about trying to make a podcast for you, but that's unrelated.
That's just like to be expected anytime that you come into contact with us. It's like we can't help ourselves.
Hey, might I suggest for the name of your podcast, Tales from the Lighthouse?
Yeah, so I love that Chip shows up and tries to impress everybody with his oven, and then Charles comes in like with a fireside chat, like
yeah. This is not a Zoom background. I could put my hand in there and it would catch on fire.
Wow.
Have you?
Prove it.
Yeah.
We do it.
How much money do we need to get in the super chat?
Nigel will give you his Amazing Fantasy 15 if you stick your hand in there right now.
Ooh,
that's a good deal.
He speaks for me.
Mm-hmm. What is that a picture of, Brian? Is that Spider-Man?
Yeah, it's Spider-Man. It's actually Venom and Doctor Strange and Ghost Rider all in one.
He's like spinning around. He's like a tumbler in the circus.
Mm-hmm.
Dakota says Charles is 100,000 times cooler and smarter than Chip. So.
Yeah, that is true.
Chip.
Chip had a poor showing on the episode today. Let's be honest.
That's fucking.
Yeah, he was pretty in and out. I think he was mostly just upset because of what we'd written about him.
Because we shamed his body.
Yeah, he was body shamed.
And his Substack.
Yeah, and we said that he's not original or creative at all.
I think we might have called him a bad person.
Did you guys see, speaking of scams, did you see his latest newsletter? I would guess you probably didn't read it. Perhaps someone read it to you, Ryan. But in it, he starts off by saying, like citing some mysterious text conversation he supposedly had with me, and he calls me his friend and stuff. He will not.
He said close personal friend in all caps. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
He will not get his head around the professional client relationship situation that actually is happening.
Chip thinks that all the jokes and the rivalry, he thinks it's all like, not for real. He thinks that we're all actually friends. I don't understand.
Like some kind of wrestling thing or whatever. Yeah. Right. It's fine. He pays the bills, the bills get paid eventually. I have to, light it up to make sure it happens, but eventually the bills do get paid. There's some garnishment that goes on, but it happens. So, and the one thing you can depend on with Chip Zdarsky being your client friend is that there's always going to be work. There's always going to be a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, so what did I miss? So what's going on around here? It's been a little while.
I don't know. Nothing. This is what we do. We just sit here and talk bullshit and talk about Griffin getting COVID so that he doesn't have to work.
That was exactly it. I was like, oh, thank Christ, I don't have to be on the stream this week because I've got COVID.
Yeah,
Charles-
we now do this podcast with 9 hosts. I don't know if you heard about that.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of faces silent faces who are not saying much.
These are all
How's it going,
subscribers of the Substack, and they get to join us in on the stream every week and speak with Ryan and any of the other amazing friends that choose to stop by, such as yourself, Mr. Soul.
I wish Ryan had mentioned this. I did not know.
You're making me money, actually.
He's exploiting you, Charles.
He promised Charles Soul, and I guess he's delivered.
Yeah,
it's true.
I guess that's true. He did deliver. He came through by, he was like, let's just hang out. So I had a great time at New York. Let's hang out and look at what it actually is.
Oh, I'll tell something that happened. Charles and I,
it was great.
Got Pappy Van Winkle shots.
Yeah.
Which is like the most expensive, difficult to find bourbon that there is.
Yep.
And we were at the bar, and the guy gave them to us, and then he only charged us half price for them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because he was a fan of you guys' work.
I think that may have been the case. I think it was pretty cool. There's this bar in New York City. I'm not going to tell you what or where it is because I don't want anyone else to go there. It's not very big. But it has many, many, many amazing varieties of rare whiskey. Like that's its whole thing. You go in there, you taste things you literally cannot find any place else in the city. And so Ryan and I went in there because we hadn't caught up in a long time. There's, as Griffin knows, there's COVID. And so we hadn't had a chance to hang out forever. And so I was like, let's make it special. So we walked a kind of decent ways from the convention center, went up to this place. It was amazing. And the bartender hooked us up, gave us some really nice drinks. And then about 2/3 of the way through our time there, he kind of revealed that he was a comics fan and knew who we were and had like a Captain America mug in the background and stuff like that. So I think we got the fan discount, which is, it's not that big a deal at the grocery store, but at a super fancy whiskey place, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, that was cool because I've been wanting to try that for a long time. Does anybody here know what Pappy is? Like, have you guys?
Nigel's an educated man.
Like what?
Say it again, Nigel.
Did y'all shoot it just like a regular shot of whiskey?
No. You sipped it. We sipped it.
Ryan mixed his with Diet Coke.
Oh, very classy, Ryan.
Yeah. No, it was a cool setup. They had, like very, very cold water and eyedroppers. So you could just take the eyedropper and sort of drop in a couple of drops of water if you wanted. They had ice cubes if you wanted that. I think I had like 3 drops of water, something like that, just kind of opened it up a little bit. I don't remember what Ryan did, but it was nice. It was just
he put some spin on it.
Yeah, and Pappy is great. Like, there's no question. But they have stuff in there that's like $1,600 a shot, and like just things that probably are not. I mean, I haven't ever had it, so I don't. Maybe it is worth it. But I figure that it's probably more. You just do that so that you can spend $1,600 on a shot more than actually worth $1,600. But it's a cool place.
Our buddy Powell has pointed out that we have 1 dislike on the stream, and he's assuming that it was Chip.
Oh, this is a sticking point for me. This always infuriates me.
I hate that shit.
This always made Donnie uncomfortable when I would swear at the listeners because they had given us a downvote. Like, you can't do that. I was like, yes, I can.
Wow. You don't, from behind the scenes, you can't figure out who that was?
I don't know. Maybe.
No, you can't.
No.
We don't know how to get our super chat money, so
yeah, we don't. There's a lot we don't know.
Did you like $100 last time at the end? of the
we're
stream?
sitting on a gold mine. We just don't know how to bust it open.
It is so insane when you look at that. How much YouTube takes from that? It's crazy.
They take half. Yeah.
That's fucked. Jesus.
Yeah.
So there's a tipping system on YouTube, and YouTube just takes half of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they need it. They keep the lights on, obviously.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. They're struggling.
Yeah.
Is there a Subtle Boys Venmo you could put in the chat? Or
we should come up.
There's
with
a
that.
A lot of people
Patreon.
use
There is a
Streamlabs.
Patreon. Yeah, a
But what's it
Patreon.
good for?
That's true.
what is the Patreon, guys? Where can I find this?
Don't go to the
Patreon?
Patreon. We haven't been
Okay.
able to fucking service the people on the Patreon in a while.
Listen, we're over here doing stuff, and I hope the
working
folks on the
hard.
Patreon feel like that's enough.
I hope they
hopefully.
understand.
And-
Redback brought up Morbius trailer. That's all they said, and I want to
Okay.
say, don't worry. Later, we will be doing the Let's Go Leto.
Let's Go
segment
Leto
of the
will be
show.
present. Charles, we
Um,
got a big day tomorrow, Disney Plus Day. I think
Yes.
everyone's thinking there's going to be some cool Star Wars stuff tomorrow. Are you excited? I think it's going to be cool. He's thinking about it. He might not be excited.
You gotta realize who I am, fellas. I am not like you. We've talked about this many times. That's why you had to resort to scams and tricks at New York Comic Con to get me to hang out a little bit. I know a lot of this stuff already, so I am excited to see some. I haven't seen a lot of it moving or walking and talking, so I'm excited to see some of that stuff going on. But I already know a bunch. So while I am excited to be able to talk about some of these things and see some of it, especially some of the Kenobi stuff, I've heard a lot about that, and I think that there's going to be. I'm pretty sure they're going to reveal some interesting things tomorrow. So that'll be cool. But
you're not as excited as the street rats like us.
yeah, exactly. Scrum rats, I think, like from Corellia.
Right.
I mean, it's one of the weirdest things. I was doing something. I don't know. I get interviewed all the time, but during a recent interview, I was talking about this very thing and about how Star Wars feels different to me as I am definitely still a fan, but I'm so deep in it now, and I've done so much stuff with it and worked on so many parts of it and so many eras of it that it feels more like, I don't know, like I'm swimming in the ocean as opposed to looking at the ocean, which isn't a very good metaphor. But
Donnie has said that too. Donnie has said that working in comics for a certain amount of time, it's sort of it changes your view of the whole thing. And I think he literally said it kills the magic, but which I always thought was a very dark statement. But
you know what? It's not. I don't think that's true. It's more like, it's the difference between being in bands and going to see bands. Like I have done both, and both are really cool. But the way you experience that, the music is just different. Like I am. I just know a lot of the choices that go into the stories that we see being told at this point. And so now it's more like I can be in awe of the execution of really good Star Wars. In a way that's different than when I just was in awe of really good Star Wars. Does that?
Yeah, I would say the way that I view it is like the way I am with the comics is anything that came before I was in comics, I still think is like magical.
Sure.
or even people that were there before me. But then anybody that's come in after me or has anything that's new since then, I respect and enjoy, but it's not like magic to me. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
I actually just moved a bunch of short boxes into a storage unit, and it was all my bagged and boarded stuff from like the early 2000s, I guess. So like the Ultimate Spider-Man, like that run, all kinds of stuff from around then. And it was the same. I was like, wow, I remember when I remembered exactly how I felt when I couldn't wait to get the next issue, and I was speculating on message boards with everybody else, and just all of that was very true. And now, it's still awesome. I still love reading it, but it just feels, it's just different when you're in it. And so, Ryan, maybe we should just quit. We should quit for like 10 years, and then we'll get the love back.
And have some fun.
Was that the message board when you were Soul Train 69 on Jinx World forums?
Yeah, absolutely was. Kept telling people to pull a train on Soul Train 69. That's what I would say.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yep. No, I think my name on that was Charles Soul or Sea Soul, probably Sea Soul back then.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to post on the Jinx World forums all the time.
Yeah.
You would, Ryan.
Yeah, you fucking would.
That was a good place, guys. That was a good place.
All right. Okay. Yeah, you would, Ryan.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like you.
It was supportive. There were only some fights.
It wasn't run by any. I mean, as far as we know, Brian remains a pillar of the community. Some of the other message boards out there, their reputation has adjusted over time. But the thing with Jinx World is so many people came out of it. So many people were on that board at that time, and it really did foster a strong community. I mean, it was me, Ryan, and I guess some other people too, right?
I mean, I know that they were. Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, yes. Okay. Hickman was there. John Hickman was there. Nick Spencer was there. Joss Fialkov, whose name you may or may not remember at this point. Lots of people who went into there's a guy named Jermaine Exum who is also known as Lord Retail. He runs a very shop down in Greensboro, North Carolina called Acme Comics, and many more like colorists and artists and inkers and pencilers and all that stuff. And the thing that was great about it was really, Brian made himself sort of available, like he was around, and he would weigh in on things. He would moderate the community. He was pretty active and was encouraging, particularly of young comics people getting into it, which is kind of funny to me because he he's not that much older than we are, Ryan. But at the time, he seemed like he was this wizened mentor figure who's just kind of dropping knowledge all the time. It's cool.
Yeah,
that's sweet.
We got a question for you, Charles. Copper Age Gold says, Charles, is there a character you want to write for Star Wars that you have not yet?
I mean,
Jar Jar.
No, not really. It's this funny thing. Like I've been really, really lucky to be able to write in every era of Star Wars, including the High Republic. I have written prequel, original, sequel trilogy characters. I mean, there's not a lot out there that I haven't gotten a chance to play around with. And especially with this new War of the Bounty Hunters and Kira stuff, like that was kind of the main significant era and set of characters that I hadn't really played with very much. I haven't done very much with Han Solo. I like Han Solo. I don't know that I'm dying to write him. I think the one I would have said was like Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. And I'm getting to do that a lot in the, I got to do it in Rise of Kylo Ren, and I'm getting to do it a lot in the Star Wars main series now. So it would be interesting to write a bunch of Luke Skywalker after Return of the Jedi, when he's self-assured and together and he's like figuring stuff out and putting together the seeds of the school and all that. Like that, I think that would be fun to do, but I don't need to. Like I've kind of been able to do. My greatest hits have already been taken care of, which is nice.
My follow-up question would be like, do you get more fulfillment out of like, oh, I finally got my hands on this character and I get to write them, or introducing a new character to Star Wars?
Well, it's been nice recently because some of my stuff has been starting to filter out into other areas.
Right.
So there are characters that I've made up who are in games. There are characters who I've made up who have been on TV. Right. And even beyond that, like some of the mythology stuff that I helped set up, whether it's High Republic or some of the Vader stuff, or just, lots and lots of pieces seem to be getting used. And the only other person who I can think of who has had as much of their work sort of brought into other spheres of Star Wars is Tim Zahn with Thrawn. And so it feels very, that stuff is great. And so whenever I'm creating stuff, I really try to make it feel as, on par with everything else that Star Wars is, because that makes me feel good, but also there's if it's that level, there's at least some kind of stream or pathway for it to go to other places. So I don't really differentiate that much between original or not original. My main thrill is like execution. So if I'm writing Luke Skywalker at this point in his life, I want to make sure that I'm like nailing it. Just like if I'm making up, I made up Ren, right? In the Knights of Ren, like I want to make sure that character is interesting, or Marky and Row or whatever.
Totally.
Let me ask you something. How many copies do you think a book titled "The Death of Jar Jar Binks" would sell?
I don't think it would sell as much as you think, Ryan. I mean, you can do it, but I think there's some interesting stuff, right? I think your boys, for example, are part of a generation that their Star Wars was the prequels, and so they probably feel about Jar Jar differently than you do. I don't know that they think he's the coolest thing in the world, but I think they feel a little bit possessive and enjoy him.
Jar Jar was our first celebrity crush.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. So I don't know that they would be, so that whole crowd, so you would lose the youth with this project. And then you have the older folks who just hate Jar Jar Binks and don't want to see anything of him, even his death. So I don't know who that comic's for, but if you want to do it, do it. Write it. Pitch it up.
Fine, I will.
Okay, you're gonna flip that paper over and start drawing the cover to Death of Jar Jar Binks.
Don't try to back out of this, Ryan.
We have another new important guest also.
Yes, Mark Brooks is here.
Oh my God, it's Mark Brooks.
Hey, Mark.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I just saw Ryan's text.
It's all right. The thing goes forever, so.
Yeah, look at that Iron Man. That's sick.
Mark, we are still going to get you onto the podcast proper, but we are excited to have you here on the stream as well.
No, yeah, absolutely. I have Iron Man here because I was using it for reference for something I was drawing.
That's
awesome.
Okay.
Was it Iron Man by any chance?
No, it was Captain America.
Oh, really? Interesting. Iron Captain America.
Right, exactly.
Folks that we've had in the chat.
Charles
Yes,
and Mark,
Ryan.
have you guys met each other?
Oh yeah, we've known each other for a while.
Good. I just want to make sure I wasn't being rude.
No, not at all. Actually, it was fun at New York Comic Con to tell another New York Comic Con story. My daughter was there on Sunday with me, and she is a burgeoning artist. She's getting better and better and better every day. And I took her work around to some artists that I respect and I'm friends with, so that she could get a little critique. And Ryan was like, "This is really good. I have no notes. Good job. Keep drawing." And then Mark took a lot of time out of his day and gave some real solid notes about drawing hair and some other stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean,
that's because I'm a nice guy and Ryan's an asshole.
Exactly.
No, I was like trying to think of what I could say to like as a critique, but I was just like, it's just really good. Just if you just keep doing it, you're gonna get even better at it. But you know, I didn't feel like there was much to say.
Yes.
Apparently, I was wrong. All right.
This has been our experience with trying to get our pitch off the ground. Me and Griffin trying to work on our pitch. We'll show Ryan, and then he goes, "It's all right," and we're like, "Thanks."
Yeah.
That's how I operate.
Anyway, thank you, Mark. That was very nice. I thanked you then. I'm thanking you sort of publicly now, but that was kind of you.
No problem.
I wanted to touch base here with the folks in the chat. We've had you guys in here for a little bit. We're gonna rotate you guys out if that's all right.
Well,
So
let them have their say if they have something to say. Before
yes, I always give everyone the floor one last time. We can kind of move down the row here. Daniel, anything you got for Mr. Stegman, Mr. Soul, Mr. Brooks is present now.
Yeah, two quick things. Mr. Brooks, big fan. I love all your big splashy covers.
Oh,
Every time my comic store has one of those, I tell them, if you're giving that away, you have to let me have it. And since I have both Mr. Soul and Mr. Stegman, Reader from the Inhuman run is one of my favorite characters that like I ever ran into, especially from that run. And I hope to see him again at some point. But yeah, I really like his power set was just so cool. Like it was so interesting, the things that he could do.
Yeah.
And then, the kind of cliffhanger we have with Lineage at the end of the what is it, Uncanny Inhumans? Him and Maximus working together to try to get the crystal. Like it's such a cool. Like I really love that run, and we haven't seen Inhumans in a little bit, but yeah, big fan of that. So
yeah, you know, I will say there was a pitch. I kind of got swallowed up by Star Wars stuff, so I never ended up doing it. Like I kind of moved out of superhero stuff for the time being. But there was a pitch for a series that I was going to do that I still would like to do. That was basically a police precinct for superheroes. You know, like Gotham Central, except it was like a small office where superheroes could go if they had mysteries to solve or whatever. And it was going to be you know, Frank, you know, the Inhuman Nur, and it was going to be Reader and a couple of other ones all working together in sort of like a PI office. And it was like official, sort of an official adjunct of the NYPD and all of that. And I was excited about it. They were excited about doing it. And then it didn't come together just because other stuff got in the way. But I really like Reader. I think what Ryan did to design him was amazing. And I know people at Marvel really liked him too, so I could see him coming back. It's just whether or not sort of the wheel turns that way.
I mean, he comes with a dog, so like immediately he does one.
Wait, I'm going to show you guys something real quick before anybody gets kicked. Hold on. I'll be right back.
While Ryan's doing that, Charles, I have a question.
Yep.
When you're done with this, are you going to film the porn scene right away, or are you setting up?
He's waiting for the bearskin rub.
To show Ryan and his people what fine living really looks like.
Amen, sir. Amen.
What if Ryan was just like, I got to show you guys something really quick, and then he just took off his shirt?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is a friend of mine named Austin Shu. He makes these.
Super
that's
cool.
awesome.
This is Yeah, he makes these out of just like cardboard paper, and they're so detailed. It's
Oh,
crazy.
That's
wow.
fucking awesome. I love
He
that.
sells them at like shows here around here, usually in Michigan and Ohio. But he makes like all kinds of different characters. But he made this reader one for me, and it's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
God damn it! I want one of those. That's so sick.
That's awesome.
That's all cardboard.
Yeah. And I was asking him, I was like, how? Like, so he's got this dog character, right?
Bori, yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah. Well, I mean, just because I was saying, like the fact that it's a dog, a dog is hard enough to draw, right? Like, and I was like, well, how do you plan this out before you do it? And he said, he just starts making them.
Wow.
It's so weird. Look at the way that the neck fits on and everything. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You got any sort of like? Can people find him online? Does he do commissions?
Let me see if he has anything online. I know what his company's called, but
Before
you know who was
entirely
involved
moved
with it? Do you guys know Jerry McDade?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Jerry used to make these too with him, and then Jerry just, in classic Jerry fashion, he just will one day be like, "I'm never doing that again," and then he doesn't.
Jerry McDade, man. I think everyone loves that guy, but everyone kind of has stories like that about Jerry McDade too. Jerry has many cameos in my series Curse Words with another Ryan Brown.
Yeah, Ryan and I are both good friends with him. Yeah, he's on a cover that I did for which book was it? Yeah, God Hates Astronauts.
Yeah, he's good people. He's definitely good people. Yeah. Anyway, that's very funny.
It's called Aus Jericho, so it's AUS. I'll put it in the chat, and you can look him up on Instagram.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, thank you both. Thank
Yeah,
you.
man.
Bye, guys.
Thanks,
Yeah,
John.
thanks. See you later, man.
Have a good one.
Before we're entirely moved away from Star Wars, I wanted to point out this chat from Reese that says, "When I was a kid, I had like a Jar Jar lollipop where you sucked on his tongue." I don't know who greenlit this product.
I know that one.
Very good.
Okay.
Ryan Michael.
Yes.
You got anything for the boys?
Yeah. I've been fortunate enough to meet everyone before, but Charles, it's a pleasure to hang out with you again. The best time was by far. I'm friends with Giuseppe, so he was telling me all about Undiscovered Country.
Cool.
So then I went over. Tyler, I didn't even know if you were there back then. I went over to the booth you and Ryan had, and I picked up the pre-sale copy, like October 19, before the comic even came out.
Yeah.
You were super nice. You signed it, and Scott was actually on his way out, and you yelled friendly but aggressively. You're like, "Hey, come sign this for this kid that's buying our comic before it's even out."
Yeah.
So it was really nice. I got all three of you to sign it in photos before the comic was even released. And that was a big, you were talking about fan moments. When I got home and got to read it, and it had, all the twists it had in the issue 1, it was blown away, and I was like, I can't wait to see where this goes. So big fan of Undiscovered Country. So
thanks. That's awesome. We have a lot of fun with that. We just had a big, there's a lot going on with that book. Scott and I are doing our second draft of the screenplay now, which hopefully will go somewhere. We'll see. It's Hollywood, so who knows? But the third arc's going to finish. Issue 18 is coming out next month, and then we're just going to keep going. People seem to really be digging it, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's you guys are a great team. And Mark, likewise, I've had the pleasure of meeting you at cons before, and you're always super nice. We always have a nice chat when I get you to sign either a comic or a print. So nice meeting
awesome.
you, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Our buddy Scoots in the chat saying, "Love Mark's work."
Mark is great.
We all agree.
Thank you.
We're all big fans.
And Ryan, man, huge congrats on the My Hero thing. Obviously, that was awesome.
Yeah,
so cool.
Thank you.
That was fun.
When I ask, how did you keep it a secret? That is not me selfishly being like, why did you not tell us? That is me honestly amazed that you did not even. I've hung out with enough creators that when they're that excited about a project, they're like, there's this. Never mind.
I probably would have. I mean, like if we were at a con, I would have told you, but I can't say it online.
Well, no, I am not wasn't busting chops. I was more amazed that you didn't reveal or wink or anything. I was when it was announced, it was a complete shock, and it was pretty cool, man. So thank you for keeping it a secret because it was awesome.
No problem.
And I will let everyone say hi, but I want to jump back in later, and we'll talk about maybe if there's time that Halloween thing I did with you with all.
Oh yeah,
that was incredible.
Oh my god!
Nuts.
Well, thanks. I would love.
That was
to show
honestly
you guys...
one of the more surreal things.
Let me just say before you leave about that initially I just looked at it and was like, yeah, that's just like the call. All right, and then I kind of
So
scrolled
weird.
past it, And then everybody was replying, they're like, "That's amazing," and I was like, "What's amazing? It's just the people." And then I went back and I was like, "Oh my god, that is incredible."
That's so fucking good.
The one time I had a mustache too.
I will tell you, I know everyone else wants to say hi to Charles and Mark, so I will let everyone revolve in and say hi, but I have secrets and stories that I think you guys will get a kick out of, so I'll try and jump back in later and we'll talk about the Halloween thing. Thanks, guys. Awesome.
Thanks, Ryan.
Talk to you later, man. Oh man, that was
good
nuts.
shit. Good shit. Abigail, how's it going? You got anything for the boys?
Should I wait until Charles gets back?
It's funny because Charles is gone, but he's left the ambiance. It's like a Yule log.
The vibes remain. Certainly, if you've got something for Charles specifically, we can wait.
I can go.
All right, Nigel, what's up, man?
Nigel, thanks for stopping by, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Hope you boys don't mind, but I actually gave the supple cuts that y'all did to a friend of mine that I cosplay with. You're both Spider-Man, and
oh no, we're
like,
so mad about that. We're so mad about people seeing the supple cut. So no, that's awesome.
Flash drive, from what I've heard, it's actually being like passed around.
Oh my god!
Okay,
so
crazy. Well, we're hoping to do a streaming thing soon where we maybe get Mr. Donny Cates.
I didn't ask for permission.
Well.
I just
it's all right, man. That's pretty sweet. Glad to have a little underground thing going on. Damn, makes me wish I fucking polished that shit a little bit more.
Yeah, it's really fucking shoddy.
Polished.
Yeah, you should have put like an ad on it for ALC at least.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. Thanks for letting us know about that.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Nice to see you, Charles. Big fan of your run on Daredevil. Really enjoyed that.
Thank you very much.
One of the first runs I read when I was getting back into reading comics again. So.
Awesome.
And now you've got ASM 15.
ASM 15? No, I don't.
AF 15.
Oh, I thought it was
Amazing Fantasy 15.
That's what I mean. Oh, sorry.
Come
Jesus
on, Ryan.
Christ.
You fucking fake fan.
Yeah. I'm such a phony.
Kick him from
you're a real poser.
All right, one more time before I go.
Oh,
shit.
There she is.
That's real.
That's real.
Huh. Either that or it's a very, very, I don't know, strangely well executed fake, but I bet it's real. Huh.
I hope it's real.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is phenomenal, sir. Congrats once again.
Thank you.
Nigel and Charles, the two wealthiest guys in the chat.
All right. But also, Mark Brooks, big fan of yours as well.
Thank you.
Your Captain Marvel covers. They're all great.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Peace.
You guys want to see a cool piece of art I got recently?
Of course.
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to go get it. So
all
just
right, I'm gonna rotate. I'm actually going to bring Brandon in here. Hey, Brandon, you've been waiting patiently. Eric is also here. Eric, feel free. Says your devices aren't connected. I see you in the chat, though. Appreciate you being in the chat. Let me know if you are ready to hop in there. Eric,
Mark, are you working? Are you working right now?
I am, yeah.
Doing a secret cover?
Yeah, this is I've got 3 of those giant covers, like all due kind of at the same time.
Yeah, you tweeted about that. I saw that. I was like, please help me. I have to get these things done, right?
Yeah.
You should know we can see just a small little chunk of your screen at the bottom here. If that
right
is
here,
not, yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay, sweet.
All you're seeing is my reference.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, you want to see this art?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty cool, huh? I don't know if it's all in frame. I can't really see, but
Where did you
Wow.
get that?
from a friend of mine,
That you
Fair.
murdered?
What friend? A friend named Frank.
Oh, okay.
Big flex.
Big flex as he's sipping in front of the fire.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, it's super. It's beautiful. It makes me very happy. And he was like, we talked about our takes on Daredevil, and he was like, you're part of a very exclusive club. It was very cool. Can I ask you guys something?
Yeah.
Did Chip have one of these when he came out?
Not that we know of.
No.
He did throw up a whole bunch of.
No, his Daredevil is universally hated.
Yeah,
that's what I
it's a real drag. That's why he has to buy those Eisners. It's sad.
It's
sad.
yeah. I mean, and then he'll still brag about them, and it's like, dude,
Yeah.
Come
Everybody knows what's going on.
Anyway, so this is
Flash it one more time.
cool shit.
Oh,
Jesus.
that is very cool shit.
Wow, that's
That's
amazing.
good shit.
I really want that, Charles. I'm pretty.
That
pissed right
looks really good.
now. I'm actually really mad right now.
Yep.
It's very close to a fireplace, though. That's my only concern.
So am I. Look, if it goes up, so do I, and that's fine. That's
Fair.
fine.
Fair. Abigail, you had something for Mr. Soul before when Brooke reached out.
Yeah. So first, Mark Brooks, lovely meeting you.
You too. Thank you.
Charles, nice seeing you. Like, I'm not sure if you remember, but like we actually met at Toronto Fan Expo 3 years ago.
Ah, fabulous.
Like, you signed my Daredevil pop.
Okay, cool. Look, I believe you that happened, and I was excited. I know that I was excited and felt great when it happened, and I look forward to the opportunity to sign more stuff for you in the future, hopefully the near future. Huh?
Cool.
Huh?
He
Yeah.
signs
There
so
you
many
go.
things for so many people. It just gets to a point.
Yeah.
where
You're doing
it all
great,
blends
Charles.
together.
We've interacted with Charles numerous times, and he definitely does. He doesn't remember our names.
He'll often say, "Who are you again?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say, "Remember, we were in a long, drawn-out legal battle," and
Yeah.
There's the whole
I
thing.
will usually say the first item's free. Everything after that is $5. CBC is 10 or 15. I don't even know anymore. But that's what I say. Or I have one of my people say it to you, which is good too.
mhm.
We've got Sir Kenneth Porter in the chat.
Ooh,
Hello,
Kenneth
Sir Kenneth
himself.
Porter.
Hi, Kenneth.
Hello. So proper. Yes, hi, it's me, Kenneth.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Oh, and Ryan, like, lovely as always.
Yes,
And-
good seeing you.
And before I drop, can I add in a shameless plug?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, it was my birthday last Friday.
Ah.
Ooh,
Hey.
hey.
Happy birthday, belated birthday, Abigail.
Thank you. So I'll probably, if I have time, pop in like near the end. But
Yeah.
like I have to go cook rice now.
Go cook that rice. Sounds good.
All right, dope.
All right, bye.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ryan,
Look
that
at this
drawing's
crew.
Good.
Charles, you were looking extra cozy with that fireplace behind you.
Yeah, nice. Got some wood on there. Got a nice bourbon. It's perfect.
Damn,
Kenny,
the whole
Kenny,
vibe
did you
going.
see the art Charles just flashed?
No, I just got here.
All right, he's bringing it out one more time.
Am I?
I don't know. Are you?
All right,
Describe
one
it.
more time for Ryan. This is for Ryan Stedman because I know it makes him happy that I have it.
Ooh. Dang.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Beautiful stuff.
It's a fake.
Just-
It's a
and
fake.
Just
Uh-huh.
as a recap, he said he got it from his friend Frank.
Yeah.
That could be any Frank, though.
Frank Thierry.
Frank Thierry got it.
Frank Thierry, yes.
Yeah.
It could be Frank Thierry, but it's not. It's not Frank Thierry. I do count Frank Thierry as a friend, though.
Why?
We got a couple happy birthday wishes for
I'm with
Abigail.
Mark on this.
Powell and Nigel said happy birthday, Abigail, if she's still watching.
I have a question. Kenny, what are you allowed to talk about that you're working on right now?
Nothing.
Nothing, but it's all pretty cool.
Kenny and I are working on something together.
Mm.
Charles, you know Kenny, right? You've met?
We must have, right?
Couple
Yeah.
times, yeah.
So yes,
Kenny's breaking through at
This is Kenny Porter.
in the comic book world right now, and he has
over at DC
major
by any chance?
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't give me the hat though. I've had to buy that myself.
He's a company man.
Yep, he's got some major stuff coming up.
That's
Didn't
super cool.
Donnie spill the beans about something Kenny's working on? Maybe on the New York panel? Wasn't there? something
Yeah.
out there?
He's doing a Vanish story that's going to be on the
Okay.
Substack.
Mhm.
But Donnie won't proofread or won't read over the pitch, so we're
Really?
waiting, but-
That's I don't know. That doesn't sound like him.
It seems very out of character.
That's very exciting, though. I'm excited for Kenny to get in on the game.
But Kenny and I are also working on something else together, so that's cool.
Well, I haven't heard
I gotta
about
work on
this.
that in about 20 minutes.
West Michigan. Where in West Michigan do you live, Kenny?
Grand Rapids.
Holy! Oh my God! You know what? I basically grew up in Grand Rapids.
Oh, awesome.
No shit.
No shit. Yeah, I was in. I went to East Grand Rapids High School for a while before we moved overseas. and I went to Marywood Academy, which I don't think is still there.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I was in East Grand Rapids pretty much,
cool.
which was nice. Where in town are you?
I'm on the northeast side now, so kind of up near like the Catholic Central High School,
Sure,
and Knapp's Corner and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
we just bought a house out here.
That's awesome.
I also live in East Grand Rapids, over by about a mile down from the Gaslight Village on Wealthy Street. Yep.
On Wealthy.
On
Okay.
Wealthy Street, which is very ironic.
Yeah, I know exactly where that is.
Let me
I
tell
was-
you something that happens when you live near Griffin. He shows up at your house with a copy of Batman and Robin on Blu-ray and makes you watch it.
We did do that. That was
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, that was a planned event. We said this will be fun.
I
And
got
it
us
was like-
DoorDash. and
Yes.
everything. I
Yeah, he
prepared a
DoorDashed
meal.
some tacos in.
Yeah.
It was
You
a great evening.
You fed Griffin.
I did
That's
feed
your
Griffin.
first mistake. He'll never
Like,
stop
if
coming
you give a
around
mouse
now.
a cookie situation, like you have to end up watching Batman and Robin in 4K.
Yeah.
We lived at Robinson and Lakeside was where our place was, right there.
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
Very nice.
You know, like Fisk Lake. Is
Yeah,
that-
man. I literally drove all the way around it twice today.
Yeah, we were across the street from Fisk Lake on this little road called Robinwood Lane, which is like this tiny, like a long driveway basically, and then we were at the end of the hill up there. So
Nice, man. All
Yeah.
right.
You still come out to Grand Rapids? I like, do you have family and stuff here?
my brother still lives there. He lives on Kenwood. So
Oh, cool. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm there sometimes. My dad lived there until he passed away. So I would, ever since then, which is like a decade ago, I haven't been out there as much. But yeah, I still go. Like it's just totally different. I mean, I was there, like we moved overseas in like the early, like 1990. So it's 30 some years since then. And so it's a very, very different town than it was then, I think.
Oh, yeah. It's changed so much.
Yeah.
Just like in terms of the culture stuff here, or like that there's way more to do. It felt like when I was little and we would come to Grand Rapids, there was only 2 or 3 things to do. And like now the downtown area is way more built up.
Yeah.
Apparently I work for the Grand Rapids City Commerce. So everybody come to Grand Rapids as I'm just selling it.
Well, Founders alone, I mean, that brewery,
Yeah.
like, that is an
Oh,
amazing
yeah.
place to spend a day. So,
Listen, we are Beer City.
Mhm.
You got some good shit here.
I mean, and it's going to sound dumb, but like the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Library is pretty great. You know, if you're a historian type, which I kind of am. So I don't know. There's a lot.
It's awesome.
Well, stop by sometime, Charles. I'm happy to buy you dinner at anywhere,
And make you
any
watch Batman
any
and Robin.
local.
Yeah, I know there's a catch.
The catch.
Yeah,
is-
Charles, I could come by too. We could all hang out.
Yeah, you
we
know,
could talk Star Wars.
Go to John Ball. Just have
Yeah,
a nice
whatever.
little stroll and just have a nice time.
Go to Meyer. Go shopping at Meyer.
Yeah.
You gotta go to Meyer.
I was just
yeah.
at Meyer.
Meyer HQ, baby.
Yep. Meyer was Walmart and Target before those things existed. They were the OG.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff.
And still to this day, when I buy a generic version of something, I call it the Meyer brand version.
Sure.
Whenever I buy stuff.
Is
But
the
you're from
Bob
Michigan,
still
so
a thing?
you're supposed to say Myers.
Oh, that's right. We're supposed to add an S at the end.
I know. Yeah.
Myers.
Is the Bob still a thing?
Of
Like,
course.
yeah.
Yeah.
People still go there.
Oh, I've
Yeah,
been
they
to the Bob.
revamped it and they added like a venue next to it that's actually really cool.
Oh,
Where they do like a lot of podcast stuff for big musical acts.
Mm-hmm.
I was
going
at
to
the
a
Bob
show,
one
man.
night when I saw a whole wedding party in a brawl.
That sounds like the
And
Bob.
the bride was just crying while all the groomsmen were brawling.
Yeah, man.
Amazing. What about comic shops? Like the comic shop that I used to go to when I was little was Argos Used Books, which was
Yeah,
on
man,
Wealthy.
it's still there.
That's awesome. I don't know how. I mean, who owns that thing? That's crazy. Well, all of this local Michigan talk is in for people from other places.
Oh, I wonder who must have dropped that comment in.
Segment and friends. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Just
Argo's is still there. What's the other one? Tully's is around.
Well, Vault of Midnight was the one
Vault of
that.
Midnight, of course. Yes.
Yeah, that's the big deal one, I guess. Schiller Books, that's still around.
Yep.
Awesome.
I
That place
go
is
there
amazing.
every weekend.
Yeah, I was supposed to do a book signing there, and then COVID got in the way. But I was going to sign my second novel there, if
That would have been
not COVID,
sweet.
which would have been fun. Maybe I'll do it on my next one.
I think the last time I saw you was with Ryan Brown when you guys were doing the Curse Bowl.
Oh, the van tour?
Van.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. That was our final
Pyramid
stop.
Scheme.
Oh, my God. It was amazing. I loved that. So I was thinking, I had this, like, I don't remember what I was doing. I was watching something that was talking about when you look back on your life nostalgically, when you're sort of toward the end of your days and you're like, God, you know, that was one of the great moments and something like that was never going to come again. And the thing that flashed into my head was the Curse Words Wizard Band tour. When I drove around the country with Ryan Brown in a van for a month, just hitting up comic shops. But it was, you know, it was amazing. Just, it was like being on tour with your band and just, you know, driving through Oklahoma with like tornadoes. It was cool. It was very cool.
I couldn't think of a better person to go with than Ryan Brown because he's always got good stories and funny things to say.
Yep.
It looks like Atomic Art is the new Art Jedi because they are apparently watching from the bathroom at work at McDonald's.
Very nice.
Thanks for going the extra mile to join us. We appreciate it.
That is good. Who of us is doing C2E2?
I'll be there.
Cool.
When is it?
I might drive in just to go out to dinner one night. So if I do, I'll let you know.
Yeah, and I'll also be driving in for dinner.
I'll pick you up on the way, you creep.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And you'll get COVID again.
Christ, I hope not. That would suck so fucking bad. God damn.
Yeah. Well, I will be there, which I'm excited for. Ryan Brown and I are gonna debut our next book there, which is gonna be cool.
Sweet.
Ooh.
Yep.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, Ryan, we get it. You're on the inside.
I'm plugged in.
Yeah.
Ear to the ground.
The Swindler 90 says that van tour was awesome. Loved it when you came to Dallas. And Copper Age Gold also says I was at the van tour in Columbus. That was great. So you got some.
Clearly, we got around.
You did. Mm-hmm. That's very awesome.
Yeah, the Dallas location in particular was this super cool shop called like, not Perseus. What's the winged horse?
Pegasus.
Pegasus. Yeah, I think it was
Pegasus.
Yeah. So like Red Pegasus Comics, I think, and they made it like a block party. So we were there signing inside, but their air conditioner was busted. So it was like 99 degrees. So it was blazing hot and hotter inside the store. And they just had these huge coolers filled with ice and beer that just were free. So it was, I don't know, it was definitely a highlight of the tour was the Dallas stop. It was really good.
That's awesome. Rosenberg was talking about when he did a similar thing. And he said that it was awesome, but also just extremely exhausting. And I think he said he would love to do it again, but I don't know. I don't want to speak for him, obviously, but I think he did a similar thing. Who did he do that with?
He did it with
Tyler?
Great. Wasn't it Ed Brisson?
I can't remember. But
I think Charles is telling you.
Okay, it was Brisson. Yeah, it was Ed Brisson that we know for
They
sure.
did it on the West Coast, I think. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got a cool thing happening now. His new book, which I hope everybody has checked out or will check out. What's the furthest?
What is the furthest place from here? I'm still trying to figure it out.
It's awesome, is what it is, and the only bummer of it for him was that he did this incredibly difficult to pull off trick, which was he made a 7-inch. He made a record. Matt comes out of music, you know, like
wait, Charles, I have to tell you, he was on the show and he told us this.
Oh, forget it. Okay, forget it.
And then Chip made a whole song for him on the spot too, and he did not press it.
No. Good chat from Brad says first time on the stream, long time listener / Supple Boy supporter. Thank you, Brad.
That's us.
Why?
Thank you for the support.
What's the draw to these guys?
Our personalities and our faces and bodies and youthfulness and
suppleness.
Yeah.
That's true.
Shit. This is the best stream ever.
Well, I just don't like the idea of doing anything that I don't do twice as well, including being friends with Frank Miller, writing Daredevil, making up songs on the spot, right?
Right.
Make one up about what's the furthest place from here, and I'll make sure that Rosenberg presses it.
Yeah. It's guaranteed to be better than Chip's go at it.
All right, let me think for a minute. You guys, I'll work on this for a minute and I'll come back, okay? I'm going to mute my mic, and when I come back, I'm going to have a great tune, all right?
All right. I have questions for Mark Brooks.
Hit me.
What time do you normally work? What's your usual schedule?
Normally, God, I used to keep normal hours, but I've gotten really bad lately. I'm I don't know, around 10.
You work till 10? Or
no,
you
no,
work start
I
at 10?
start work around 10 or 11. And I work around till about 5 or 6. And then I go hang out with the family. And then when Lisa goes to bed, I go back to work till like 2 in the morning.
So you're making a special exception for us, is what you're saying.
I am, actually. I quit work. I got upstairs. I got my beer. I sat down on the sofa. And I pulled out my phone to check all my social medias and such. And that's when I saw your text. I was like, shit. So I said, at least I gotta run downstairs for a bit. I'll be back.
Is it at least worth it?
Oh, it's absolutely worth it. I would have just acted like I didn't see it if it wasn't worth it.
He's also a longtime listener / Supple Boy supporter. And Brad has also followed up saying the Supple Boys give us common man a voice to the titans of industry that Ryan and Donnie are. That's right. We're something between the common man and the god tier that you guys have reached. People feel they could be us. They live vicariously through us.
It's like we take the bus from the
I'm here.
top
I
of
can
Mount
say
Olympus down to the bottom.
for sure
frequently.
they could do your job.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, no question.
It's not a complex job,
But it does require copious amounts of talking and podcasting.
All you have to do is not get COVID, and you're already beating these guys.
We're never gonna stop talking about it. And it's the funniest thing is, like, it wasn't even New York Comic-Con. You would think that was the event. It's definitely not. It just doesn't work out timetable wise. I must have gotten it on a fucking flight. God damn it. But nonetheless, here I am.
I told you that I had severe bronchitis after like 2 weeks or a week after New York.
Yeah, that's brutal.
And I went to the doctor, and he totally thought I had COVID, and he was lecturing me about being careless for going to New York.
I think everyone got sick after New York Comic Con. I think so many of us hadn't done shows for so long that we had built up our con crowd immunity, over the years. And after almost 2 years for some of us, it knocked most of us on our ass.
That's what
I
was
had
thinking.
something when I got back. It wasn't COVID, but it was something that absolutely wrecked me. Yeah.
I know that COVID was in the building, though. I know a guy that that got it at the show.
Makes sense. I came back from New York and was totally fine.
Okay, Griffin, rub it in.
Fuck off, Griffin.
It's only because I knew I had another trip coming up in like 10 days. So I was like, I have to be healthy for that. So I just kept the engine running all the way through the month of October.
You got your comeuppance.
It's true. It's true. And then I buried that bastard.
Mark, I told you this at New York Comic Con, but I fucking love those tweets that you put out fairly recently where you're talking about your Marvel Age stuff and how kids that read those are now like, oh my god, this is the same guy. Those Marvel Age books.
I was shocked by that because I just posted some of that stuff because I just feel like my art's changed so much since then.
Right.
Yeah, and the majority of the comments were, holy shit, you drew those?
Right.
I was a child. So
I had those like little tradey things that they would have at Target and whatever of those Marvel Age things, and I just destroyed them as a kid, like just wore them down, but read them a million times. So those images are like burned into my head, and knowing that like your style now is like an evolution of that is so cool. And like the stuff you did with Ultimate and everything, like I loved all that shit. So yeah, it's very, very cool to know that you've evolved so much over these years.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, apparently those Marvel Age books were they were part of book fairs in elementary school.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think because I didn't realize that till people started commenting saying, "Oh, I bought this at my book fair."
Right.
So yeah, because I don't know half the time where. I mean, I'm sure Ryan and all these guys are the same way. I'm surprised how often I find out something was printed somewhere and I had no idea that it was. Done in that format.
Yeah, totally. I loved that old stuff, and I obviously love where your stuff's at now. It's really cool to chart all of that.
Oh, thanks, man.
Ryan, we had a question a little bit ago that I wanted to ask you. Somebody asked if you were going to do any more art for that Midnight Suns game. Here it is. Drew here said, "Will we see more Midnight Suns game art, or before it's released, or was the Game Informer cover it?"
There's ongoing. I'm waiting on something, so that's possible.
Okay.
they're definitely they want to do more. I don't know. On my end, I'm in. It's just we're waiting for something.
All right, good to know. We also
Ryan,
got a question from
you have the Twitch channel. You might as well use it to play Midnight Suns live once it comes out.
Would people like that?
That'd be fun.
Yeah, everybody
would like
would
to see
love
how
that.
bad I am at video games.
Yeah.
People would love that shit.
Speaking of
Side
technology
income
we
as a
don't know how to use,
disclaimer.
Powell asked, Ethan, Griff, any chance for a Discord chat? There is a Discord for the Stegman show.
Oh
and
no,
we don't-
hold on. No, that's the
it's
thing.
coming back.
Did we talk to did John talk to you about this?
Yeah, he mentioned that you wanted to do it, and like we will do it, so it's gonna happen. But man, Griff and I are very intimidated by that platform. We're gonna have to work.
Well,
it out,
yeah, I
so.
want to figure it out, and I want to because that's the platform that I'm thinking I'm going to do live streams of drawing Vanish pages where you guys can just drop in throughout the day.
Right.
But it'll be for paid because I don't want to give it away now. But I don't want to give away Vanish stuff for free. So we're gonna have like a paid Discord where if you're paying for the Substack, you can get on the Discord, and I want to create some sort of community. I want you guys to communicate with each other,
Right.
as well. So yeah, it's in the cards very soon.
Yeah, that's exciting.
So-
Tom McCart said, "What's up, supple boys?" Hi, Tom McCart. What's up? You guys say something now.
Listen,
did you gather
pulling
pop
up
culture
the-
news for us?
Oh yeah, we've got pop
Oh,
culture
shit.
news, Ryan. I mean, yeah, we could do that anytime. You guys ready for pop culture news?
Yeah, Mark, you
love
got to
that
chime
Charles
in on
is-
this.
I like that Charles is sort of half here, half not. I wasn't going to subject any potential guests to pop culture news.
No, I want Mark in on this. And Mark, I got to tell you before we do this.
Oh, he's ready.
Wait, Charles is ready? Oh,
I'm back.
First, let's do a
Whatever you're doing.
pop culture news. All right, let's hear it, Charles.
Okay. What's the farthest place from here? You gotta get yourself there this year. Post-apocalyptic record shops. Bunch of teenage kids, they're gonna get the job. What's the farthest place from here? You better get yourself there this year. There you go.
Damn.
Wonderful.
Woo! I don't know what Chris did, but I thought it was bullshit compared to that, right?
Does any other fucking comic book live stream feature music like that? I don't think so.
Live music from Mr. Charles Soule.
Where's the live music on Word Balloon or that
Oh.
drink and draw thing? You're not going to hear this shit anywhere else.
That was incredible, sir. Of course
That
he
was
can sing.
incredible.
Of course he can sing. Of course he can jam. He's the
Oh, yeah,
everyman.
Charles is a great musician.
He's the Jake
Renaissance
Gyllenhaal of
man.
comics.
He is. Look at him. I bet Gyllenhaal doesn't have as sick of a fireplace. I bet Gyllenhaal's got a. Yeah, he's on the move too much. He doesn't need a cool fireplace.
Ryan Michael said, there are tons of talented people in the KLC fan base. Could easily start an empire. There's obviously a lot of talented people in this chat.
I'm not part of the KLC fan base.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
You're
not
a part of the KLC family.
Yes.
Which is a lot closer.
But yeah, no, that's what I'm saying is I want the people that are part of this to communicate with each other and get together and I'll be involved as well. I think that one of the things that I want to do is every day I'll just post what I've drawn that day. Even if I don't finish the page, I'll just put a picture up and show you where I'm at and just stuff like that, fun stuff. Anyway, let's do pop culture news. Charles,
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
the
Anybody that
general
wants to
conceit-
jump ship from pop culture news should do so now.
The general conceit of this, Mark, is that I hate it and I don't know any of this stuff.
That's right.
I'm a bit of a pop culture junkie, so I'm actually looking forward.
Nice.
Not like these idiots are. Griffin and Ethan, they watch every trailer, every single one, and have
We watch
thoughts
everything.
on them.
That's not
That's
true.
right.
I have not seen the Matrix trailer or the Batman trailer.
You saw the Matrix trailer. We watched it on the stream.
No, I blocked it out. I've had you guys on mute.
You idiot. So here's the thing, guys. We have a segment called Pop Culture News. We always have to do the little theme first. It goes
Yeah.
Got it. Very good. This is the best stream of all time.
Minimal
fantastic.
shit, maximum.
We have a
Charles.
score.
That was really cool, but it also is going to make the actual segment really disappointing. So we just talk about things that have been happening in pop culture, but the highlight of the segment is everybody's favorite Jared Leto specific segment. Let's go Leto.
Let's go Leto.
We are actually going to have to front load this time because to me this is the biggest pop culture news since we last did it. We got a new Morbius trailer. Ryan, you didn't watch it, did you?
Oh, absolutely not. But my wife did, and she's very excited about this movie.
Interesting.
I would
All
be
right.
too.
Really?
Who here has seen the Morbius trailer, the new one?
I have
Very
not seen
good.
the new one. I saw the
A
first
few
one,
people.
not this one, yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Anybody
Wait,
want to share
We
their
have
thoughts?
to mention what Jared Leto said about playing Morbius. I know we've mentioned it before, but
Yeah, this is also a hallmark of the segment. Recently, Jared Leto said the biggest challenge of playing Morbius was that it's a character so close to who he is in real life.
Oh God.
I don't even know what that means.
Exactly.
So he's really going method for this one. It was a trailer. What did you guys think?
yeah,
I didn't see. I think Jared Leto. I've never seen an actor so far up his own ass as this guy.
Well, careful because this is a segment dedicated to him, so we're all big fans.
No, that's not true. That is not true. I am anti-Jared Leto. I want that on the record.
Dakota Crow says it was easily the most cringe trailer I've ever been forced to watch.
Who forced you to watch it?
I don't know. That's a good question. Some kind
Jared
of
Leto
porn
probably
shit
did.
going on.
Yeah, at gunpoint.
I don't know. It is a funny trailer. I mean, the text pops on screen and it says the line between hero and villain will be broken. Which
I thought Venom did that.
I also
Speaking
think
of
that's
Venom,
just an
they mentioned
anti-hero.
Venom.
They do mention Venom. Morbius does a little thing where he stops some criminals and then he goes, "I'm Venom," and they're like, "What?" And he's like, "JK."
They also mentioned San Francisco, so it's like tying it in officially to the Venom verse, which is now the MCU, I guess, kind of, maybe. I don't know.
There's a lot of Spidey stuff in this non-Spidey universe. We got the Daily Bugle. We got the Raimi video game picture on the wall. We got Adrian Toomes, Michael Keaton, Vulture showing up. Listen,
the
man, it's
LDMCU,
something.
legally distinct Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Exactly. Anyway, I think everybody loved the trailer, and I think we're all really excited for January.
About
How
that.
interesting. Is that what you think?
Yeah.
That's how you know it's good. It's in January. They just dumped this in January. It's like, all right, we've sat on this for a year. Might as well.
Yeah.
Well, I think
January.
if we're ranking what's coming up in the next few months, as far as Book of Boba Fett, Spider-Man: No Way Home, the Batman, Hawkeye, all that, I think it's clear that Morbius is probably the front runner.
Hey, let me tell you this: the day that Jared Leto options vanish and wants to play the lead, watch how I reverse course on.
Oh
my
yeah.
feelings.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, delete all that shit.
It's not a bad fit. But yeah, I think we're all pretty hype. Today we got I think it might have kind of leaked. We got a Star Wars thing, Obi-Wan, the little Obi-Wan feature came out, but then I think Disney was taking it down. I think it was supposed to come out for Disney Plus Day tomorrow. But there's a bunch of concept art going around from the Obi-Wan series. Anybody see that?
I did see it. It looks really good. I'm excited for it.
Kind of confirms that Obi-Wan's going to be fighting Mr. Vader once again. So that's pretty
You
exciting.
can see Charles's blood pressure just spike every time we say Star Wars at this point.
Yeah, and we got a little clip of Ewan McGregor and his little accent, and he's like, "Oh, me and Vader, we're gonna take a swing at each other again."
I'm so fucking
I think that was Irish. I don't know what that.
Yeah,
was.
I don't know what that was.
Oh, me and Vader, we're going to be taking a swing.
That's exactly what Obi-Wan sounds like.
But
oh, hello
listen,
there.
Yeah.
They were side by side.
I guess let's backpedal. Let's go back to the Sony Venom Morbius universe because
please.
I think people have been questioning what the fuck was going on in the Venom 2 post-credit scene. Spoilers if you haven't seen that, but everybody's like, is he in the MCU?
And we were talking about that, and like, does that count as one of Tom Holland's appearances as Spider-Man?
His contractual ones, I don't know, and also because it is like a still image of him on the TV.
But it's not. It's not though. I watched it again. It's not.
Is it not?
Yeah, no, he moves.
It looked like it was. I don't know, but anyway,
He's like,
he was asked
animated
about it.
themselves.
Here I am. I'm Spider-Man. I'm looking around. What is going on? I'm in.
Whoa, you telling me this movie has motion in it?
Yeah,
Like a motion picture?
Whoa!
I have not
Oh my
seen
God.
them two, but the footage that's used is from No Way Home, right?
It
Or not No Way Home,
It's
it's
not
from
like explicitly.
Far From Home.
It's.
I don't know.
It would
Was
be.
it a promotional photo, or was that the line is that it was from like a promotional still or like a promotional photo video thing?
Well, here's the thing. None of us know, and apparently neither does Tom Holland, because he was asked about it, and he said, I genuinely don't know. It was really exciting to be a part of that film. Obviously, Tom Hardy is one of the greatest actors in the world. I'm happy to say that he's a lovely bloke, but I haven't really given it much thought.
His lawyers have.
Yeah, I will tell you that as an attorney, I would guess the way they did it is they used pre-existing footage because it was part of, like, he didn't have to do any extra work. He didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to show up on set. And so I would guess it probably did not trigger any clauses in his contract. And I would imagine that there was language in that contract, just like in all of our contracts, saying they can use all the shit we make for promotional and marketing purposes. And they were probably like, this is a promotional and marketing purpose for the Spider-Man movies. So fuck you, Tom Holland, is my guess.
Well, having a lawyer here, let me ask you a question. Listen, we know that the MCU has been kind of avoiding all the Venom stuff. We know that it says in association with Marvel and all of that stuff. Is it possible that this was Sony trying to sneak their way in the back door of the MCU? Is it possible that they snuck this in? Because apparently that was not shown in the press stuff, the press screenings. Is it possible that this is them MacGyvering their way into the universe?
No. It was absolutely approved, and it was vetted by the bosses, and they all did what they did. There's zero chance they like to slip that in. None at all.
Okay. Well, there you go, everybody. There you have it.
I trust Charles Soule.
Yeah, who needs
trust
law
Charles.
school when you have Charles Soule?
Classic last words.
I don't know if anybody wants to get into this, but apparently Wakanda Forever is getting delayed because Letitia Wright won't get vaccinated, and so there's like all sorts of delays happening.
Just like Griffin.
I am vaccinated.
Griffin's really the Letitia Wright of this show.
I am part of the Pfizer family. Family spelled with a P. And I'm looking to get a little Moderna boost, maybe get a nice little vaccine cocktail going on.
Oh, the Pepsi challenge of vaccination.
Plus, you have antibodies now too.
I'm gonna be so invincible. Nothing's taking me down. I haven't been able to get my actual flu vaccine yet, so you watch. That'll be the next fucking thing.
Wasn't Emilio Estevez also fired from the Mighty Ducks series because he was also unvaccinated?
That's what I heard. Yeah.
So
that was a really
I think both of those things are true, right? Letitia and Emilio were idiots and they paid the price, right? So here's the question. Who do you think that stung more, right? Because I don't know that Emilio Estevez is like, I don't know that he's working that much. I bet Mighty Ducks was a pretty cool thing for him. Letitia Wright is young in her career and surely was a, path towards superstardom probably for her. I would guess based on the fact that they shut down production, she's the lead of that movie. Like, it doesn't feel like that's probably what's going on.
Yeah, they ran out of scenes without her.
Yeah. So who do you think is more annoyed, or who do you think's more upset about it? Estevez or Letitia?
Yeah, Estevez has to be at a point where he's like, I don't give a fuck, like for sure. Like Letitia Wright seems to have the perspective that like the world has gone mad and that you can't have opinions and all that stuff. So I think like she's probably fighting a battle here.
Interesting.
I don't know. Let's move on.
I think Letitia Wright feels like she's not going to get fired, and Emilio Estevez was fired. So I bet Letitia Wright is just like, what are they going to do?
A lot of people are calling for recasting.
That sounds good to me. I think that would send a nice message, even though she was great in the first one. But who knows?
She was great in the first one, so it's a shame. But
Emilio Estevez is going to be fine because Emilio Estevez actually left acting a while ago so he could produce and direct. He's produced and directed more things than you would realize. He came back. I think they probably offered him a bunch of money, but I think that much like a lot of these actors that you don't realize ended up leaving acting and going to work behind the scenes, he's fine, and so he's probably just like you guys said, fuck you.
Yeah. Well,
so I know that you guys thought that we were done and out of the woods with the Jared Leto news. There's actually a ton more, and I've sprinkled it throughout.
Yeah.
This actually might be our heaviest "Let's Go Leto" segment of all time.
Does he still have that religion he started?
He never stopped.
What?
He does seem to be his own god. So and also it kind of escalates because I'm really excited for the next piece. But first, let's focus on this. So as everybody knows, restore the Snyderverse. That's a big thing. It's happening all the time, forever, and it'll never stop. But the other thing, the side thing, is people are saying release the Ayer cut, the original cut of Suicide Squad. So David Ayer, in drumming up excitement for that possible thing, he's been releasing all these photos of Jared Leto Joker stuff that didn't make it into the movie.
Oh, that should make it good.
And the most recent example is this photo. It's got everybody really.
It looks like he got drunk at a party, passed out, and French drew on him.
Or
Hey, it's the Insane Clown Posse.
Oh, yeah. It's like the scene from Pee-wee's Big Adventure where he gives him the gum.
That's not a bad comparison. Yeah, so there's that. All right, let's say goodbye to Jared for a minute. We'll come back.
I do think it's worth mentioning Jonathan Zilberg is in the chat clarifying the Letitia Wright situation, which is that she was apparently injured on set and is being treated in England, but because the U.S. is not allowing unvaccinated foreign nationals back into the country, that will prove difficult, and that's what's causing the delay, apparently.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. These are
Sounds
things
like an
that
easy solution to that, but okay.
Anyway, Ryan, did you see Eternals yet?
No, I'm thinking about doing that this weekend.
I'm seeing it tonight. I know Griff already saw it. I guess we won't talk about Eternal stuff. We'll put that off. Ryan, do you like Transformers?
Do I like the movies?
Yeah.
I like the movies. They always make me fall asleep because they're like sensory overload.
They sure are. But there's another one called Transformers Rise of the Beasts. And, if you're excited about that, too bad, because it's been pushed to 2023.
Because
2023.
Optimus Prime wouldn't get vaccinated.
Optimus Prime, big anti-vaxxer. Yeah.
So wait, so if it's called Rise of the Beast, is that Beast Wars? Is that what they're going to be incorporating?
Yeah, but wasn't that what Age of Extinction was?
That never happened,
with that.
Okay. Well, that got pushed to 2023. Star Trek 4 also got moved around, and it took that Star Wars Rogue Squadron release date, that Patty Jenkins one. Apparently, that might be getting pushed back. Which, if she doesn't end up doing that Rogue Squadron movie, it's gonna make that little video she did really weird, where she like put on a fighter plane.
My dad was an Air Force, right? Sure.
I gotta say, I never went from excited to scared faster than Patty Jenkins getting announced for Rogue Squadron and then seeing Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah,
I didn't watch that one just because
I still haven't seen it.
Negative.
It's so. I mean, I really like the first one. I mean, it had that typical bullshit.
No, I like the first one. Yeah,
because Alan Heinberg co-wrote it, right? Because he co-wrote the first one with Patty, and then he left for the second one. It was like just Patty writing it.
And we saw what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I read all the articles talking about that. The other writer was pretty much the reason why the first Wonder Woman was actually good. And
he created Young Avengers, and then he went to do Wonder Woman.
Yeah, What?
So apparently,
picture again, real quick.
Apparently, the director of Eternals, Chloe Zhao, she is reportedly in final talks to helm this Star Wars movie that Kevin Feige is working on. So if Rogue Squadron doesn't happen, maybe this still will, or maybe not. Maybe everyone will be fired and they'll reshoot the whole thing.
But wait, I thought Jon Favreau was given the keys to the kingdom when it came to Star Wars.
I thought it was just Mandalorian.
Maybe just doing the TV stuff. I think he might
Oh,
be keeping his hands off the films.
Charles, can you hit us with the Mandalorian theme by
Ooh.
chance?
No.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Charles.
I'm just not. I don't do that. I do original compositions to support my friend's comic book.
Sir,
All right,
you were
Vanish, do a Vanish
you were
song.
just strumming a little Imperial March. Don't think I missed it.
Put myself on mute so that doesn't happen again.
Dakota Crow's is in the chat, by the way, folks. Hello, Dakota. Welcome, sir. Good to see you.
Hey, Dakota.
Speaking of the Mandalorian, Dakota had a sick Mandalorian
What's up,
costume
everyone?
for Halloween.
Oh, yeah,
That was
yeah.
Fantastic to see, man.
Hi, Dakota.
I think Dakota might have a big delay, but we saw his Halloween costume, the Mandalorian one. It was fucking
Thank you, I appreciate
awesome. Yeah. Also, so pop culture news: Paul Rudd, sexiest man alive, apparently, 2021.
Not into it. Love Paul
Not
Rudd.
into it.
Love Paul Rudd.
What do you mean? You
Not
know what?
broad
That's
sho- not
score one for
broad-shouldered
the
enough.
geeky normal guys.
That's true.
It's not buffest man alive, Ryan. It's sexiest.
Sexy.
If you're not buff, you're not the sexiest man alive.
This, Ryan's just mad because he wants to be sexiest man alive.
Yeah.
2021.
I've been snubbed again.
God damn it!
Yeah.
You'll get it one day.
No,
All
he'll
right.
get second place after Chip, obviously.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, everybody, celebrate. We're back. Let's go, Leto.
Let's go.
So, if you guys recall, we have this ongoing saga of on the set of Suicide Squad. Did Jared Leto send people used condoms and dead animals and stuff? His castmates, because he was so method as the Joker. Did he or did he not?
Yes.
And the answer was he did. And everybody said so. And then recently he was asked, "Why'd you do that?" And then he said, "I didn't do that, and I don't know where those rumors start." But then a lot of really great people on Twitter put that clip alongside him starting those very rumors when the movie was coming out, saying, "I did this." Well, he's been asked about it again, and he's changed his tune. He says, "I'm playing a guy called the Joker. It's okay to play some jokes. Nothing ever crossed any lines, and it's not up to other people on the internet to create those lines. I'm an artist at the end of the day. If I do something risky and you don't like it, basically you can kiss my ass."
Wow.
Didn't he send a dead baby pig at one point?
They said dead pig. I don't know. There's not a lot of detail on what exactly it all was.
It's
but we've
okay,
heard
he's an
condoms and
artist.
pigs.
What?
He's an
Yeah.
artist.
Yeah.
It sounds like he was like preempting cancel culture. Like he
kinda
was
did,
trying. He was trying to get people to try to cancel him.
That could be it. That could be it.
Wow, that's like next level fucking just or not. I don't know.
I love like I didn't do it. I did do it, and go fuck yourself.
Just took him 1 second to get that fucking beat.
Could you imagine if OJ released the book If I Did It, then he's like, "Actually, no, I did do it because I'm an artist."
I did do it. It was an artistic
I
statement.
did it. I'm not in jail. Go fuck yourself.
So I don't know if you guys know this movie Black Adam is finally coming. Maybe it has been in the works with The Rock since before Iron Man in 2008, and allegedly it's finally coming according to DC Fandom. And Dwayne The Rock Johnson has seen the first cut of the movie, and he's come out to hype it up. He says, "I am happy yet not satisfied."
Exciting. Really selling it, Dwayne.
What does that mean? Like he's not satisfied because he thinks there needs to be more, or
They gotta keep working on it for another 20 years.
Jesus.
The Rock is never satisfied.
It's about drive, it's about power.
He's a perfectionist.
Nice bars there, Kenny. That was good. That fucking track. Oh my
Let's
God.
see. So I got to pull up this one article. This one's not the most recent thing, but I thought that Ryan would really like it. I was telling Griffin about this the other day. So are you guys aware of the continuing feud between Vin Diesel and Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it a thing?
Okay. So So this is pretty exciting. So there's a continuing feud because they're both buff boys from the Fast and Furious, and they both want to be the buffest, youngest, coolest boy, particularly Vin Diesel. And apparently Vin Diesel was so weird and competitive on the set of the Fast and Furious movies that The Rock was like, I'm not doing this anymore. And that's why he got spun off into Hobbs and Shaw with Jason Statham. But Vin Diesel got asked recently in an interview what happened, and he said, listen, I'm Vin Diesel, I'm a perfectionist. What I do is I give The Rock some tough love to get the best performance out of him.
Oh God!
And he just wouldn't take it. And so that was an interview that got put out there. The Rock then responded to that interview by saying, when I saw that, I laughed. We all did.
You know what I think about that? I think Vin Diesel is an artist, and if The Rock doesn't like it, he can kiss his ass.
That's exactly right.
Amen.
That's exactly right. That's the Leto way. But apparently they both have contract stuff. Apparently a lot of the guys in the Fast and Furious both have contracts that dictate that the number of punches that they each have to do, and that they always have to win the fights that they're in. And that if they fall down, they can't like fall all the way down because they can't look pathetic. And like, so it's like these contracts to make sure that they look alpha male and very cool in these movies. Anyway, so there's a lot of this shit happening. And most recently, what has now happened is Vin Diesel took to Instagram to try to win Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson back to the franchise.
Oh, I have comments about this.
Yeah.
I was so incensed. For the first time ever, I commented on a Vin Diesel Instagram post.
Did you really?
I absolutely did.
Okay, well, great. Well, let me read that. Let me read the post first. So Vin Diesel, he posted this photo. You won't be able to see it super well. It's of him and The Rock, and it's very pixely, and it's like cropped in a way that it makes it look like Vin Diesel and The Rock are the same height.
Bring it in. Show it again.
There it is. The two boys facing off. And the post begins, and I kid you not, with my little brother Dwayne.
Oh my gosh.
My little brother Dwayne, the time has come. The world awaits the finale of Fast 10. As you know, my children refer to you as Uncle Dwayne in my house. There is not a holiday that goes by that they and you don't send well wishes. ... But the time has come. Legacy awaits. I told you years ago that I was going to fulfill my promise to Pablo. I swore that we would reach and manifest the best fast in the finale that is 10. I say this out of love, but you must show up. Do not leave the franchise idle. You have a very important role to play. Hobbs can't be played by no other. I hope that you rise to the occasion and fulfill your destiny.
Motherfucker.
The Rock?
He gaslit first off, my little brother Dwayne. Like he couldn't look. I'm Team Rock. Okay, I like the guy. I think he's charismatic as fuck. I think he's a really good guy. He's a great dad. I think he's a great guy. And
isn't the whole world Team Rock?
I would think. And this made me incensed because I was like, "Are you fucking serious? That you're gonna the number of backhanded insults in this little thing, you know?" And he actually thinks that if Rock says "go fuck yourself," that they're gonna be like, "Oh, he was so nice to you." Why would? I mean, it's obvious to anybody who can read what a dick this guy is.
Yeah.
You could say in fact, he is a red dick.
Very good.
All I know is I need a recreation of that
Eisner
picture
Award
with
and
the
dad
Supple
jokes.
All right.
That's not a dad joke. That was not a dad joke. That was a good joke.
This first one's done. I'm gonna do the rapid fire ones now.
Yep.
And we will do the thing at the raffle thing at the end.
Okay. How many rapid fire are we doing?
I'll just do 2, and then I'm gonna give away one of my comps assigned.
Can you draw Riddick?
Yeah.
No, I cannot.
Riddick?
I cannot. But I wish I could, because you guys seem so excited about it.
Why don't you pitch a Riddick comic to whoever, to Vin Diesel, I guess?
Oh wait, Bloodshot. He was Bloodshot, right? In that very successful movie.
He was Bloodshot.
Let's make a pitch and do it in an Instagram post and say, "To my little brother, it is time for the Bay comic."
real quick before Ryan begins, Brandon, I'll have to rotate you out because we got some folks that are waiting to get in, and I've got the max number of folks on the screen right now.
I'm taking off too because I gotta get to work on stuff.
All right.
All right. Good to see you guys.
Bye.
Who else is leaving?
Kenny's leaving. Who else was leaving? Brandon?
Brandon's heading out.
All right.
Always
Bye-bye.
fun.
Bye.
See you, brother. Dom Gomez is in the
What's
chat.
up?
What up, Dom? Also, Andrew CF is here. He didn't get much of an introduction. I slipped him in quietly, but welcome, Andrew. Is this the first time that you've been on here with us?
Yes.
Welcome, sir. Happy to have you.
Mr. Stegman, I've been following your stuff since Scarlet Spider.
Oh, awesome! Thank you.
Are you gonna draw us a Spider-Man?
Yeah, maybe I'll make this a Spider
Make it a cane.
What about the new Ben Reilly design?
It was pretty sick.
I don't
do
know
love
if
that
I've
one.
seen. Have I seen that?
Have you seen it?
I don't know. I should
Someone wants
have.
you. KE wants a Jared Leto. We did do a Morbius a few weeks back, and he was sporting our famous catchphrase "Let's go Leto," and some lucky fan did get that one. It was quite good.
And it's so close to Jared Leto in terms of his personality. So basically,
it's hard to
you
even
got
distinguish.
Jared Leto.
Basically, it was a Jared Leto sketch.
Yeah, essentially.
Hey, Ethan, can I show you something real quick?
Oh, please, yeah. Let me blow it up. Wait.
Blow it up again. Jesus, Ethan.
You stop doing it. I'm doing it.
Yo!
That's fucking sick.
Action.
That's
very
awesome.
sweet.
Very cool, man.
Ethan and I are talking about getting sword tattoos soon.
Yes. Maybe.
Why?
Do either of you have any tattoos?
Griffin
yeah,
does.
This
This would be my
the
first.
Spider-Man one.
Yeah.
I've got a whole bunch. Not a whole
Ryan?
bunch. I recently got this Mushy Mush, this little fun guy here, because I'm such a fun guy.
What'd you say, Charles?
I just rang. I have a question. Do I have to stay?
No.
No, yeah.
I don't want to, but I wasn't sure what the deal was. You just said, come on and hang out. And it's like an hour, like 2 hours later almost.
No, you're allowed to go. The idea is you can stay for as long or as you want, or leave, or just pop in. Chip just pops in and fucks
But
everything up and
so you
leaves.
know, though, we are in the back half now.
The home stretch.
Well, I wish you guys
stayed
had
much
told me
longer.
that an hour and 45 minutes ago.
It's good information for the future.
Whoops.
He's gone.
We lost Charles, maybe forever.
That's all right. That was a treat. I hope everyone enjoyed having the company of Mr. Charles Soule with us this evening. Always.
I didn't even realize he was on.
I think Joseph Noel asks. I think Joseph Noel asks every stream for you to draw a Salacious Crumb, Ryan. So at some point you're gonna have to do it.
Can you draw Jackson the Green Rabbit from Star Wars, everyone's favorite character?
I'm gonna draw Jar Jar just to make
Oh yeah. Joe, what's up, Joe?
Yo, what's
Good to
up?
see you
Sorry
again,
I'm late
sir.
to the party here,
You're
but
good. You're good. We got some rapid fires we're working on right now.
Perfect.
Blaze, you keep popping in, but you don't have your video on, sir. Let me know if you would like to be in here. I want to get you in. Also, he says, with all the Michigan talk, do a RoboCop ? Maybe a RoboCop.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Dizzy
Ryan,
Peter
are you
wanted
a
to know, was
Michigan
Charles
State fan,
legit
or are you
rage
a Michigan
quitting?
fan?
I am a Michigan State fan. I went to Michigan State, so.
Well, good, because I'm a Penn State fan in grad, so.
Wait, so are you playing Michigan this week?
I believe so.
Well, beat them.
I hope so. I like when Penn State plays Michigan State because you guys always play us tough.
Yeah.
I wanted to go ahead and answer this. Dizzy Peter said, was Charles legit rage quitting? I'm confused. He
No.
was. However, I think he secretly really, really likes me and Griffin. So we keep being able to win him back after we pissed him off. And I'm thinking that'll probably happen again. So don't worry. I think he really liked when we hung out at New York Comic Con.
He had to tell the story about it. He had such a
Yeah.
good time.
I know. I think
Can
he
I
was
tell a
kind of
quick,
flexing that he got to hang out with us.
My quick Charles Soule story for New York Comic Con, which I loved, is that the first day when we met him, I was wearing my Undiscovered Country shirt because I got a free shirt because I'm the assistant editor on Undiscovered Country. And he sees me in this shirt and he goes, "Nice." and then he walks away.
Good time.
I got to meet Joe Hill because of my lock and key tattoo on my neck.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very cool. Very cool. Welcome, Blaze.
Yo,
Got the
what's
whole- Oh no!
No,
That was tragic.
Blaze only got in like 2 yos.
No, Sean
Hey.
is here. What up,
Hey.
Sean?
How's it going, Sean?
It is going good.
Sean's name is on a Sean 4 Burners card. That's fucking awesome.
Oh
That's
no!
so good.
We can.
Those Invincible compendiums, though, that's some good stuff.
Fuck
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
yeah.
sir. It hurt to read them, but it was great.
Yeah,
They're
man.
not convenient.
Does anybody else in the chat have 6 burners? By the way, do we have any other 6 burners, folks?
Surely.
I've never been in a situation in my life where I've been like, oh God, I need 2 more burners.
Oh Christ!
What did everybody think of the new Venom?
Ooh, we've
I still
chatted a
haven't
little
seen
bit
it.
about Venom. Let There Be Carnage. Ethan still hasn't seen it.
Best
My
rom
official-
com of
No, I meant the new
2021.
Venom #1.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't read that yet, but I heard it's great.
That's pretty dope. That's
Oh yeah, that was good. Yeah.
I think it's
It was
Hitch's
it
best
was really
work.
good.
Yeah, Hitch is great. He's an all timer.
Oh yeah.
It was a little annoying when you find out, oh, you're leaving the book and now Brian Hitch is doing it. Like,
Right.
Keep in mind, you guys only needed 1 writer, and they need 2. So who's the real winner here?
That's true.
That's true.
They're having to share the load. Do you guys want more pop culture news? We could keep going.
I'm still laughing at that bloodshot rib. That movie was so successful that theaters in LA.
You guys should get James Tiny on here.
Theaters in LA gave away free copies of a game if you went and saw Bloodshot in theaters.
Well, Bloodshot was like right at the start of the pandemic, right?
Yeah, I think it was right in the early stages.
Well, let me tell you, if the pandemic hadn't happened, I gotta tell you, I don't think it would have done that much better.
Okay, see now, why do you say that, Tyler?
You know
Also,
what?
How did Freddie Merkruger go over?
Oh, Freddie Merkruger? Freddie
Yeah.
Merkruger went very well. It was a very
Awesome.
fun night for Freddie
That was good.
Merkruger.
It was good shit. Halloween was like the first day of COVID for me, so I did not have much about Halloween. I just saw on Twitter everyone was having a cool time with cool costumes, and I was like, "It's awesome." All right,
Did you
Ryan.
at least use the COVID to get sympathy from the ladies.
Of course.
I did.
Okay, good.
Hey, I'm dying over here.
Give him some Florence Nightingale syndrome.
Yeah, take care of me. This is looking pretty good, Ryan. I do love when you draw. What's his?
Is that Spawn?
Spider-Man. That's a cool spawn. That's a really cool spawn. Ryan, Ethan finally watched all of I Think You Should Leave.
Thank you, Ethan.
I did. I
Did
did.
you love it?
I did love it. It was fantastic.
Yeah, you did.
Griffin
Have you
and
done a
I have been-
rewatch yet? It's even better the second time.
It's true. You gotta go back, run it all again.
Can I tell you that show's a lot funnier high?
Oh, really? You don't say.
Yeah. I was I watched it with Griffin a little inebriated, and I was like, "This is very funny." And the next morning, I was in the shower, and I was like, "This is a lot of yelling." But no, I loved it. It was great. Griffin and I have been quoting it a lot. I think my favorite bit, maybe from the entire show, was probably the Dangerous Nights. I used to be a piece of shit.
Oh yeah,
that was fantastic.
Let him hold the baby.
Something about Bob Odenkirk's sketch where he talks about having like
so good.
was
Oh,
it
yeah.
four cars.
He's got triples, baby.
Triples, yep.
Triples of the Nova, triples of the Roadrunner, and triples of the Barracuda.
yeah. When he says about he's making up his beautiful wife or whatever, but she's dead now.
She's beautiful, but she's dying.
Yeah.
The doctors say she's gonna get better.
I love
Shout out
that.
to Corncob TV with their hit show where the things
Coffin
fall out of
flop.
coffins.
Coffin Flop, baby.
Coffin
they're,
Flop.
they're trying to say Coffin Flop's not a real show. They said the guys at the network think I'm just some dumb hick. They said that to me at a dinner.
Just as a heads up, everybody, this stream will be for the next hour. Just quoting, I think he should leave. This is our new segment.
Brought us
I
in.
like that bit when he says, "I'm worried that your baby doesn't think people can change." That's a good bit.
Come on, guys, no sloppy steaks tonight. Come on.
I swear, we wouldn't do that to you.
What are we doing?
What are
Come
you-
on. Let's slop them. That's gonna be me if you take me to C2E2 dinner.
Mark, have you seen this show?
I have absolutely seen the show. I love
Yeah,
it.
fuck yeah.
If you'd given us a heads up, we would have worn our finest Dan Flash's t-shirts.
Yeah, nobody's got any complex patterns going on tonight.
I did buy a shirt recently that I've been calling my Dan Flash's shirt.
That's probably my second favorite. That's fucking incredible.
If Freddie Mercury hadn't worked out, I would have worn my I think you should leave costume, which would have been like, one drop of piss on my pants.
Yep.
That's got nothing to do with piss.
No, a Dan Flash's shirt with a TC Tugger on the front.
Oh, yeah.
crossover.
There you go.
That actually was the plan for me the evening of Halloween before I became violently ill, was to just I even went out and bought a big jug of tea with a fat cap on it that I was going to glue to my shirt. So a little TC top from TC Tuggers.
Is that RoboCop from the Frank Miller RoboCop comic?
Well, it's RoboCop.
Did you see the 2014 the reboot?
No, I did not.
Yeah,
Jared Leto in it?
It's our stream. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. No, Jared Leto was not in it. Michael Keaton was in it.
That's
not
right.
as RoboCop.
And
but
Sam Jackson, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember thinking it was fine. I don't remember.
What did
too much
everybody
about
think
it.
of Dune?
Oh, I loved it.
A lot
I
of spit
rewatched-
for one movie.
A lot of spit.
Yeah,
man,
a lot of saliva, just
That was a lot of
unnecessary
in people,
saliva.
out of people, everywhere.
It was
Yeah,
it was
but
so
I
visually
loved it.
badass.
Yeah, it was great. My kids loved it. We had a good time with it.
Ryan Dizzy Peter 13 says Kane became my favorite Parker clone precisely because of that legendary Stegman run. That suit, man. ... That suit.
Thank you.
I liked it too. I thought it was good.
That's when
I
Ryan
praised.
sucked.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of things, Ryan, but you got the
That's
Ethan seal of
absolutely
approval.
untrue. You love everything.
It's true.
My
love
buddy
everything
and I
Ryan Stegman
discussed
does.
when Ryan jumped on Superior Spider-Man and he was switching off with Communicoli. We were like, that's like the two of the best rotating artists ever on Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Thank
pretty
you.
good.
I mean, you got Humberto Ramos in there too. It was a fucking
true.
revolving door of extreme talent on that fucking title. It was awesome.
I really wanted to go say hi to Humberto at New York, and I saw him from a distance, and I was like, he looks really busy.
Well, you guys took forever to come to that Marvel thing, and Umberto and I had a long
We did say,
conversation.
yeah, we said hi to Humberto there.
Yeah, like very
Also, yes,
quickly.
Tyler knows the fucking saga. Of
Yes, I
Well,
do.
also, you saying you took forever to show up. You guys took forever to give us the green light to head out.
I don't think I realized what was going on.
How many
No,
hours did you
no.
guys have before we need to go on the plane again?
Oh, like
enough
like
that we
3.
decided it wasn't worth going. to
Yeah,
bed.
I was like, I'm not going to sleep. We did not sleep because we went to that fucking thing.
It's awesome.
Wasn't
But
it
it
worth
was
it though?
awesome.
You got to meet me.
It was awesome. That's
It
what
was
I said. Listen, like we got back to the hotel. We're like, that was awesome. That was worth it. Also, you want to just sit in the lobby for the rest of the night and just chat?
Yeah, we did do that.
We did. It was
like
so
the
adorable.
darkest episode of Supple Boys of all time.
It was. It really
It
was.
got into some family trauma. It was great stuff. Really unmarketable. Reese Powell says Dune so good. And then John Lunan said second on the Dune so good.
All right, we got some Dune fans.
I like Dune.
They called them Doonies.
Yeah, I'm a Dune head.
Jason Momoa was badass in it.
Jason Momoa, who is less handsome without a beard.
Griffin, that's really fucked up of you to say.
This was Ethan. This is all Ethan was talking about out of the movie. It was the first thing
I
he
didn't mean to
said.
say he was ugly or anything. I was just saying, wow, he's a normal guy without his beard. He kind of looks like my dad.
Are you saying that a guy named Duncan Idaho is a normal guy?
Yes.
Duncan, Idaho.
Have you guys read the book?
No.
I'm reading it right now.
I'm reading it.
It's a good book. But the Boom comics are actually pretty good too.
Okay.
Did Brian Herbert write those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
I haven't read any books beyond the first one, but
you haven't gotten to the Worm Children yet.
No, and apparently they're not great, from what I hear. I don't know. It's kind of a bummer.
I've heard the first three are really good.
In the third one, there's multiple Dunes, which I think I'm really excited to see that get adapted.
There's multiple Dunes. There were tons of Dunes in the first one.
I think that's the bit.
That's the bit. It's called Dune Singular, Ryan.
I am tired of Ethan.
I thought we decided that the second one was called Tunes.
Tunes, yeah. Oh, that's so
It's just
good.
Dune, but like it's the James Cameron alien story where he writes Dune on like a blackboard, and then he takes like a piece of chalk and does an S, and then makes it a dollar sign.
Yeah.
How awesome would it be if the second Dune movie they got the James Cameron aliens treatment, where it was just a completely different thing all of a sudden?
It's just like an action movie.
You just turned into like a romantic comedy.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Exactly.
I love aliens. I love Alien.
They should get Wes Anderson to direct it. I think it'd be great.
Did anybody see French Dispatch this week?
No, how was that?
I don't know. I didn't see it. I had COVID.
I hear it's in black and white.
I feel bad that we've just been laughing at that for 2 hours straight.
It is what it is.
I had COVID back in December.
Brutal, sir.
Not
Glad
as
to see
funny.
You're still here. Not as funny as when poor little Griffin.
It was
gets
hot and cold flashes, and I heard voices one night.
Holy fuck! I did have some really fucked up dreams. Those
that's
were
menopause.
fucking weird. Oh. Oh no.
I promise you, it wasn't menopause. It felt like shit.
Yeah, man.
What are we at now, Griffin? Are we at 100% yet?
No.
Certainly not after this stream.
Yeah. And we spent like 4 or 5 hours sitting here talking yesterday too. No, not 100% yet. I saw last night in Soho before I fucking.
I saw that too.
How is that?
I thought
Good.
Edgar Wright. It felt like Edgar Wright like actually like turned up and like wanted to do some fucking work.
Okay.
On like 3 days of shooting, because there's like 1 or 2 sequences that I thought was like super interesting, and the rest I thought was uncompelling.
Great soundtrack though.
Great soundtrack, great production design. I thought it looked quite good. And Anya Taylor-Joy and Thomasin McKenzie and Matt Smith. Cast is, they're all great performers. But just nothing super interesting going on for me.
I like what he's trying to say, but I feel like execution-wise, it could have been a little.
I feel like the message got a little mixed, a little lost at the end there. I wasn't quite sure.
Without giving anything away,
Yeah. There's a very definitive sort of, I think a message throughout it, and then towards the end, it just takes a little bit of a turn, doesn't it?
Also, I gotta tell you, those dresses, like the sketches look great. The dresses at the end didn't look so
Not
great.
Not great. Also, yeah, that little tag is I don't know. But it was a good time though. It's always a good time with Edgar Wright. And I love the sound design on it actually. There's a couple of sequences where I thought the sound in particular.
All right, your film school is shit.
Fuck, all right, whatever. I'm
The
sorry.
sound design was very fucking.
Fuck out of here. I'm fucking leaving the stream.
Reese Powell says, "I want to see the French Dispatch."
Same.
Yeah, me too.
Came until we playing it like
I want
one.
to see Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah.
When's that out?
No, saw that.
Next week.
Ryan Michael saw it. Ryan Michael, you should know. I'm trying to get you in here, but we have too many people in the stream.
He said
currently.
it was great though.
Yeah, but yes, Ryan Michael did enjoy it quite a bit. I'll try and.
All right, I'm signing this one. Then I'm gonna go get a comic that we're gonna put up for raffle also. So
Okay.
Fuck. Let's do it. Griffin, did you draw people?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna head off so that you can let another person in. This is a pleasure,
right, Tyler.
guys.
Thank
Ryan, this is
you,
looking great.
Tyler. Love you.
Mark Brooks, big fan. I think your Cable and Deadpool is the definitive look of Cable and Deadpool. So shout out, and you're an amazing artist.
Oh, thanks, man. Will you write the studio so I can get an in credit and no money?
Yeah, the thrill of a lifetime, Mark. I'll tell you what.
All right, see you guys.
Thanks.
See you, Tyler. Have a good night, homie.
Hey guys.
Welcome back, Ryan Michael.
What's up?
Yeah, so the Ghostbuster story is pretty cool. It ties in with the whole kidney stone story. So I saw you guys Saturday. Ryan, I don't know if you remember the Griffin definitely remembers. I missed my first train. My second train got delayed. It took me 3 trains to get to the city just to see the panel on time. So I thought that was kind of the reason I was feeling weird. And then later it turned out obviously it was the kidney stone. But after I saw you guys Saturday at the panel and I told you I got to see Ghostbusters, I'm walking the show floor with some friends. I'm like, you guys mind if we hang out? I don't feel right. I'm going to follow you around. So shout out to my friends, Peter and Stephanie. We hung out, we walked the show floor. They kind of kept an eye on me while I was feeling weird. And I see these cosplayers, they're all in Ghostbuster gear and they're standing with some of the kids from the movie. I'm like, that's amazing. How did they get the kids cosplay so accurate already? The thing was premiered yesterday. The Ghostbusters go in one direction, the kids go in another direction, and I realized they're not together. Those are the actual kids from the freaking movie. So I got to run up, and I got to meet 2 of the new Ghostbusters, the Spangler's granddaughter, the star of the movie, McKenna Grace, and Logan Kim, who plays Podcast, who's kind of like the comic relief of the movie. So I got to meet 2 of the 4 Ghostbusters before it even came out. So as bipolar as my Saturday was, I wouldn't trade going because, you know, it ended up having some cool moments.
That's really cool.
That's awesome. Nice.
That's
a
really
fucking
cool,
man.
wild day for Ryan Michael.
Yeah, very bipolar. I was basically in the emergency room. She's like, "How you doing, sweetie?" I'm like, "I saw Ghostbusters."
Did you want to dig into your process with cosplaying as the entire crew?
Yeah, I mean, I emailed you guys the photos. So if it's easy and you want to throw them on, if it's a pain in the ass, don't worry
I
about
was
it.
going to get it right now. I was going to throw it up.
Yeah, I can give you a little background. So Ryan, you complimented my wig game. Behind the scenes info, only 1 wig was used. Everything else was actually paper and just the right angle.
Right.
So, but the 1 wig I used was for Donnie. I had to use my blonde Zelda wig.
Nice.
That's funny because the Donnie one is like the most accurate.
I was gonna say you really captured Donnie's like whole fucking energy.
Here, I got it.
Yeah. When I get into character for the voice acting, no one sees me, but you know I'm in the booth and I'm acting all silly. So this is one of the few times I let my silly show. So
very nice.
That's good.
It was fun. So let me see some fun. I got some of the bits here. So I got like. Let's see the background to Griffin, and Griffin, you never would have seen it because I ended up using a different angle, but I was wearing black. I was I was actually like doing the whole Griffin effect.
That's awesome. For anybody that hasn't seen, this is what we're talking about. Ryan for Halloween went as the entire KLC crew, and to shocking detail.
I like it, Dom. Dom, you're in there, brother.
Yeah, you made it.
That's really cool.
That's hilarious.
It was a fun selection of who has been on there the most. Who do I actually talk to on Twitter post the shows? I know when I posted about my kidney stones, Josh the Art Jedi was the first person that said, "Hope you feel better." So you know, like I've made some really cool friends. So thank you guys. It's been that was a labor of love because I've had a lot of fun doing this. So
absolutely,
we've loved having you, man.
Let's see, we got Ethan's hair.
Oh my god, that's crazy! Hold on, wait. That's bananas. That does not look like a piece of paper in the picture.
It does not.
No, that is just I have a really good printer, so
That's
I can
nuts.
get it just the right angle.
I figured you must have like used like a face app kind of thing and like.
I did not use
wild.
a single thing. I did not pay for anything. No wigs were purchased. I am so into Halloween that between what I printed and what I already had, didn't cost me a dime. So I got my Chip
That's so
Zdarsky.
good.
The chip,
Zdarsky
yeah.
chip.
The chip is also quite good because you just look so tired and fucking sad.
I was smiling in the first couple, and I was like, Chip would not smile. I have to look like I don't give a fuck about this, and then it came out great. So,
yeah, that's how you capture Chip's essence. Is that you kind of just don't put any effort into anything.
I don't have
you gotta generally be bad at life. There you go.
Glasses.
Good
Yeah.
shit.
So yeah, did some lazy cosplay for Halloween this year. So,
That's
but
awesome.
I think you guys saw I did some ghost busting photos in Sleepy Hollow. That was dope. So obviously
stuff,
Ghostbusters, that's all there. So
He's a
You a
fan.
Ghostbusters fan? Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well-
I know you guys are all. This is actually a Switch case, since I know we're all Nintendo heads here.
Oh, nice.
Very
man.
cool.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh,
Yeah, this is one of my pride. I love that thing.
Awesome.
yeah, very cool. I
Yeah,
love it.
well, it was awesome to see. Brightened my day as I was dying. That's for sure. So I appreciate it, man. That was awesome.
I'm glad you guys got
Absolutely.
a kick out of it. It was a lot of fun. It was one of those things where I see there's like that lazy cosplay guy that does it with just like whatever makeup you can steal from his girlfriend and like paper towel rolls.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, yo, that would be really fun. Oh, I actually remember the origin. When Ryan was late last week, I told my brother, and my brother was like, did you do anything funny? Like, did you try and say like, oh, you'll be the Ryan? I'm like, dude, I'm not going to do an impression that would be crazy. And then it started, I was like, wait a minute, an impression. And I just decided to do the costumes instead. So
Very
That
good.
was great.
Did you want to throw it out there, Ryan? Dakota asked Ryan Michael, "What's your Twitter?" so we can chat more.
Oh, at Ryan Michael Toon, like cartoon, TOON.
And
Awesome.
Ryan, are you on? You use Discord ever?
Oh yeah, I will definitely be on there when you guys do that, man. I'll help. I would
Very
love.
cool.
Yeah, I'll be on there for sure.
Dope. We'll get in there.
All right, let's get these auctioned
right.
off or raffled off.
Okay, the spawn is going to Lodos.
Lodo!
Good job, Lodos.
Congratulations.
I
Lodo.
hate,
Yay, Modos!
I hate them, and I don't even know them. I hate them.
All right, next we got
Scarlet
the Scarlet
Spider.
Spider.
Oh, nice.
That's going to a Nicholas Gardner.
Yeah, Nicholas.
One of these days, somebody. Well, I guess Rich Johnston was here when he won.
Mhm.
Did you put down what type of subscribers these people are?
Lodos is a yearly. Nick Gardner, I think, is a goat. And this one, RoboCop, is going to Phil Beck.
Phil Beck.
I don't know what everyone is. Well,
we're trying to keep track because we need a free person to win just to prove that
there
some of
is a
these go
free
to free
person.
people.
There is a free person. Lodos is a monthly subscriber. Nicholas Gardner is the GOAT subscriber. Phil Beck is a yearly subscriber, and this last one is a free subscriber.
All right, hold on.
For sure.
This is what
Okay.
we're giving away. So from now on, we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to do like 3 to 4 comics also that like from comps that I have.
Okay.
That we'll give away. So I'll sign them, and they might be of value. I don't know. This one I think is pretty valuable right now. So.
Ooh,
there you go.
Very good.
Shit, man. That's going to Chris Hutton. Congrats, Chris.
Oh, Chris.
And he was a free subscriber.
He is a free subscriber.
I made a
Wow,
mistake.
there we go. Even if you're a free subscriber, you'll win sometimes. Grant Riddle says, "I like to think we're all free people."
Yeah.
That's true. Good point.
Yeah.
There are so many different places you could go with that comment.
Yeah, I got a bail, guys.
I think we all got a bail.
Yeah, the show's over.
The show's over.
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta eat dinner. I'm starving.
Well, thanks for being
Thanks
here,
so much,
Mark.
dude. Anytime you
Yeah.
want to pop in, even if it's for 5 minutes, everybody loves it. We had a great time with you, so thanks so much.
Well, no, send me a link. I didn't know this was like a live drawing thing. Otherwise, I would have directed
yeah.
the camera. And...
Mark, can you do your Twitter stories again? Those were hilarious.
Wait, which Twitter stories?
About each creator that we don't know.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I was laughing my ass off the entire time.
I think I hurt a couple of people's feelings. I didn't mean to.
I loved it.
That's
it was
the best
a total
kind.
accident. But yeah, what happened? I put what Donnie was the first one to comment. Like Mark, no, because I think he thought I was actually going to start selling real things. But yeah, that's a weekend. That's a board weekend activity. So I may do it this weekend.
I feel like you should be writing a comedy book.
No, I'm not very funny. I'm better at writing than I am at.
That's not true. Mark's hilarious.
I
when I'm
think you're
drunk,
pretty funny, Mark.
Really quickly, I just want to say thank you to Mark because I met you at TorpedoCon this year, and then you reviewed my portfolio a little bit, and I took your advice. Just like studying anatomy, like look at life so you can build your the library in your mind.
Yeah, your mind's
and
eye.
yeah, mind's eye, and so yeah, it's helped a lot. I mean, I've started focusing on that, and I could already see like huge improvements in my stuff. So
Awesome,
thank you.
awesome. So I'm not full of shit. Cool.
Lots of love for Mark. Dakota, our buddy, said, Mark Brooks, love your art. Thanks for hanging out. Hope to see you on here soon again. Yeah, we're going to have him back for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if Ryan will send me a link every time you guys do this, I'll probably just jump on. So
yeah, we've been trying to every week. So yeah, we'd love to have you back.
Yeah, shoot me a link. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody, for being here and everybody that was here. Thanks, Charles, Chip, everybody. We will see you next week, maybe.
Maybe. Love you all.
We'll be
Thanks,
back
guys.
next week.
Bye.
All right. Stay amazing, friends. Bye.